Beyond Saltmarsh is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language and explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned.
Hello friends, welcome back to Beyond Saltmarsh. My name is Dave, your humble DM, and I'm really excited to jump back into the wonderful world of Greyhawk with my friends, my good buddies, the folks that really make this fun for all of us and all of you, hopefully. We appreciate you being here to go through these crazy adventures with us. Before we get into tonight's adventure, I would like to introduce you to my friends, the good buddies. Hey, gents.
Hello.
Yeah, we're all here.
We are, in fact, here.
As we've been doing at the beginning of the game, the episode, we've been introducing ourselves and just maybe saying a little something about the last episode, so we can continue with that trend. I think it's kind of fun. And Andy, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, I'm Andy. I play Rhunar Deg, the 8th level human dual sword wielding Battlemaster fighter and captain of the Good Buddy. I really enjoyed fighting that giant crocodile last week. I don't know about you guys.
There's a croc.
That's it. I got it. That's all.
All right, that's cool. Now. You almost said you're the 8th wheel, and I was like,
I know
you're not the 8th wheel, buddy. Come on, we value your presence.
8-wheel driver.
Yeah. I'm still getting warmed up.
Big rig. All right. Well, thank you, sir.
Hello, I'm Kirk. I'm playing Byron Hern, the rogue, also known as Dr. McKillingutty. Last week we went through a lot, fighting the crocodile, the snakes, and stuff. The big thing though was getting drunk and being hungover today.
Are you speaking about
Byron
in real life or okay?
I'm totally sober.
Why not both?
You're still hungover from last week?
A little bit. Oh man.
Oh, fantastic. Hello. It's me, Chad, also known as North Shore DM, when I'm wearing a different bandana headband thing, sometimes known as @RealCMG. I am playing Tenoch, who is called Knucklebones. He is a Ghostwise halfling. He is a person who is able to parse the dreams of Mother Tiger, the patron spirit of his peoples, deep in the jungles. He's a wizard. He's not like a cleric or a druid or anything. He's a wizard with cool stuff. Yeah, man, that fucking crocodile. There's just something about fighting a crocodile that really puts the fear of crikey in you.
Yeah, it came after Tenoch pretty quick, didn't it?
Pretty hard. I didn't like it.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff last week. Hanging out with that lady, whatever her name is, Tanika. Like figuring out what the deal was, protecting her. I'm really enjoying like spell casting. It's really fun. It's kind of my jam right now in the game.
Have you played a wizard before in a game?
A lot. Yes.
Okay.
Not in a long time. I guess I haven't played a wizard in 5th edition. I haven't played a wizard probably since 2005. God. Yeah. So
I'm digging the colorful flavoring of the spells. So
thank you. It's super good.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
So
anyway, I'll stop rambling now.
No, keep going, please, because now I have to talk. And
it's kind of what I'm known for.
Yeah. And I'm an alcohol. No, wrong meeting. I'm playing Theo, the Hexblade, and he enjoyed many things. The player really enjoyed all the working with Tanika starting to get a picture of what's kind of happened and what's going on around here. But I'm a sucker for story and exposition. And then the motherfucker we were looking for walked out of the woods and walked up towards truly, as the ancient proverb goes, wait long enough by the river and you will see the body of your enemy floating by. Or in this case, walk right the fuck up to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It rings true for a reason. Well, thank you guys. We have a couple of announcements before we get started. Chad, why don't you start us off?
Hell yeah. Tomorrow, this time, this channel, I am running Midwinter Keening, our Svealand set D&D 5th edition game. Svealand, Norse-inspired campaign setting by Dream Realm storytellers. I'm very excited. Last week we had some cool, like a little bit of foundation laying and some interesting things happen. And this week it's going to get more interesting, probably in, a more freeze to death violence sort of way, which is of course Mud Jam. Also, hey, check it out. If you come and watch the stream, if you watch the stream live, if you're in the chat, and this is a change from before, and you live in the continental United States, I learned my lesson. If you live in the continental United States, I'm gonna send you a dice. Not this one necessarily. I have 3 to choose from, and I'm gonna randomly choose tomorrow. But I will send you a pair of dice if you come and watch, and then you put a secret code in, and those, it's a giveaway thing. So, also, if you come and watch and hang out, you'll have fun, and I'll like you better.
And you might even get to see some of the players' characters die tomorrow. It
And
sounds like I'm terrified.
You might get to see somebody die tomorrow.
Oh boy!
Maybe become a meat popsicle.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a preservation. That's a preservation.
It is. We can talk later.
And I'm just going to throw this out as a teaser. We are going to have a massive announcement tomorrow. So massive, enormous, gigantic announcement.
This big.
Yep. So come on over tomorrow and check us out. I have a massive announcement. I have a massive announcement for tonight.
See, it's hard, Dave.
I know it is. Let's take a moment and give some thanks to our Beyond Saltmarsh stream sponsor, CZRPG. Our friends over there create and publish a variety of awesome content for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, including settings, adventures, map packs, player options, and they even do customized mapping services. They are all about helping DMs save time and look good. If you need adventure, supplements, encounters, or map packs, check them out at czrpg.com. And check this out. As our sponsor, they have graciously donated a digital copy of, this is pretty cool, it's called the Ultimate Naval Map Pack. It is a fantastic maritime-themed supplement that will enhance your adventures on the high seas and is an excellent addition to any Saltmarsh game like ours. The Ultimate Naval Map Pack includes unique maps of archipelagos, beaches, docks, and various sea maps for ship-to-ship combat scenarios. Plus, there are Christian designed some really sweet boat tokens, including a galley, a keelboat, longship, warship, a couple others. It's really nice. Go ahead and drop the code word CZRPG into the chat tonight. Hang out for the stream. At the end of the stream, we're going to go ahead and draw one lucky winner to be the winner because we drew them and they were lucky, that sort of thing. For those of you that can't wait that long and want to go check out this awesome product, Chad and Michael, point to the bottom of the screen for everybody so they can see. Yeah, see there's a bit.ly link there, bit.ly.com/naval-guild. Go check that out. Take a look at their product. If you use that link, by the way, to purchase their map pack, that supports an awesome content creator. It also supports our stream, and we'd love it if you'd help out our sponsors. So there you go. Hey, what's up, Christian? Thanks for stopping in, buddy. So check that all out. Remember, the code word is CZRPG. All one word is this, this guy. All one word. Here, I'll show you how it's done. CZRPG. Boom. Just like that. All right. Anybody else have an announcement to make? Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, you know what that means. It's time for a quick recap from last week's adventure. The Deg Gang raced after a monstrous entity that had taken Tanika from her room in the dry dock inn. With the powerful thunderstorm raging, the gang did their best to track the creature through the night, finding themselves along the swollen banks of the Biori River. Listening intently through the pouring deluge, Theo made out a call for help coming from the darkness ahead. They found a piece of red fabric snagged to a tree branch, and at that very moment, a pair of giant tree snakes fell onto the party from the trees, and a huge croc emerged, as you heard from the guys earlier, from the waters to attack. Taking initial interest in Tenoch, I guess being sort of like that hors d'oeuvre-sized adventurer, Byron administered a healing potion to Tanika, who began to panic, warning of a great beast that would return. Tenoch conjured a shadow blade and stabbed the croc, while Rhunar jumped in with his scimitar swinging. With a massive tearing swing of his packed weapon, Theo slaughtered the croc, cutting it open and spilling the contents into the mud. The rain was pouring down. Tanika was warning of this beast at large. The party returned to the dry dock to regroup. There was a conversation with her. She was visibly shaken from the attack. She was mumbling words like Xandar, Zanara, Chrysos. Byron was able to calm her down with a really nice gesture, bringing her a drink and then providing her with a book that would take her mind off of things a little bit and distract her from her fear, and it was successful. Once she was calmed down, she detailed the attack, the intervention of, it turns out, 2 Zenzaran tribe members, Xandar and Zanara, but she was super confused at how the twins could have possibly been in cyber. She goes on to tell the gang about the creature, which she described as a huge 15-foot-tall monstrosity that was part insectoid, part beast, razor-sharp claws, all the good stuff, mandibles, just a crazy, weird animal beast monstrosity. Tenoch used his tiger's eye sensor to survey the banks of the river for sign, but the rainstorm and the darkness was a little bit too much, kind of thwarting that effort. But they did sort of hypothesize a connection between the beast and the tales that Tenoch had learned during his time in the Amadio jungle about the Zenzaran tribe and what they were capable of. When questioned about what Chrysos is, Tanika described the work of Dr. Octavio Gra, his theory about supernatural, geological, and magical transformation of matter, and the potential for this type of a large-scale transformation to cause extinction-level events and to create sort of these aberrations of nature. Meanwhile, Byron, as Kirk mentioned, was drinking. He drank so much that he got a little sick and proceeded to counsel Rhunar on the weapon hoarding, which has apparently become a problem. Sales joined the party, related some of her findings from her day about town. Ultimately, the gang purchased a couple rooms for the night, settled in for a much-needed rest, protecting Tanika as best they could through the night with some traps that they laid in front of the windows, a spell of protection that was cast on her to mask her true aura. The next morning, over breakfast, the party discussed their plans. Byron decided to chop off his Dr. McKillingutty beard, which Theo helped him do that. And they decided to go out and investigate the banks of the Biori River, the site where they had rescued Tanika. Prior to that, Tenoch sent a message to Monmerg to his dragonborn contact, Nadar, essentially giving him a heads up about Mariconia's cargo that was en route. So, on the banks of the river, you can kind of think about it like this. You're investigating. The collared hawk goes up to survey from above, and a tall human with light blonde hair, short scruffy beard approaches. Stepping forward, he greets the party in a distinctly Siluese accent, introducing himself as Danvarius Zancro. So if you think about this, in our time in cyber, I think this is interesting. Yesterday, you fought a bunch of bandits who were angling to steal Mariconia's cargo. You saved a young woman from certain death on the banks of the Biori River. This morning, you set out to investigate this last known location of a strange aberration. And just moments ago, you were joined by a curious Siluese fellow named Danvarius. My friends, what do you do? Bum, bum,
First,
bum.
before we get to what would you do, perhaps you could remind the viewers what Danvarius sounds like.
The name's Danvarius, mates. Looks like you're hot on the trail of some sort of beast. Crikey. That's my interpretation of a Sulawese accent.
Oh God, I'm gonna need.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
This is the content I'm here for.
Don't stop.
Okay.
Do more of that.
Theo.
You hear him. He whistles. She's a beaut. Looking at the croc.
Theo's just gonna look at Rhunar and go, Captain, how do you want to play this? Are we just gonna be upfront with this, or?
Oh, he's gonna take us into the swamp.
Yeah, he's our guide.
Yeah, slow burn style.
Slow burn. Oh, yes, sir. Nah. Okay.
What'd you say your name was, sir?
Oh, the name's Danvarius, mate.
Various.
Couldn't help but have overheard you talking about a bit of a situation and needing a guide. Well,
Yeah.
figured I'd
How'd
follow
you
you out
find it?
here. And, well, I followed you out from the dry dock. Pretty simple.
Well, hot damn.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Hey,
Looks-
you know the area pretty well.
Well, I don't know if I'd say well, but I've been around. Been here before. Poked around a bit. Spent some time in the jungle.
Nice.
What about these waterways around town? This
Yeah.
river.
It gets a little hairy. That's for sure. You're going to need some sort of a boat. You certainly don't want to be walking about.
Where would we get a boat?
Yeah, I might be able to help you. What's the
Righteous.
plan? What's the plan here?
Well, basically, we're looking for a guy who was potentially kidnapped by a monster that kidnapped a lady who was
Yeah.
chased away by two people from a tribe to the south.
Wow, that went
Yeah.
all the way. You went all the way with that.
That's good. That's good. I did hear about the attack last night. Seems like it's been a bit of a pattern around here along the shores. Troubling. You sure you didn't take care of it already? He kind of looks down and kicks the croc. Looks like you took
Well,
care of a bit
yeah.
of business already. No?
We ran into him last night, but apparently that wasn't the creature.
Well,
That was weak.
what can you tell me about this creature then? Big and scary, I bet.
Yeah, it was large,
Got
can stand upright, but runs on all fours.
Got parts like a bug.
tiger.
While this is all happening, Theo is going to mutter the words, and his eyes go ice blue again for a second. He's going to cast Detect Magic, and look around and then look this guy up and down as well.
Mm-hmm. You get some distinct pings of your magical sense, specifically from his waistline, his chest area, and his back.
Oh no, he's got magical chest hair. Oh,
Is he the Rock? He's got those fucking
You just see
X
brink, brink, brink.
magical pecs.
I wish I could do it.
peck,
can't,
the
no,
peck
can't
pop
do
of
it.
love.
Yeah, I can't do it. Can't do the peck pop. I'm working on it. Yeah, he gives off quite a bit of magical essence. So you're looking to kill this beast then and harvest it, or what's the purpose and how much does the job pay then?
What's the going rate for a guide for the day?
One day.
That's not a good question.
One day? I don't know. How long is this going to take us, do you think, guys?
It could take us a couple of days.
If you're heading out,
If this swamp is anything like the jungle,
man, the halfling's smart about this. I tell you what, if you're going out in the glades, I'd be preparing for a couple of days at least. You don't know
All
what
right.
you're gonna run into out there. There's all kinds of critters. Not to mention some of the locals that don't hang around the town too much. Might give you a bit of a fright when you see them, but how dangerous do you think this creature is?
I mean, he's no devil.
Okay, that narrows it down just a bit.
dangerous.
Yeah, probably pretty dangerous.
Right.
Claws,
I don't think this
hands
will be
the size of your head.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. What's the connection with the girl then that you saved?
What
We
girl?
don't know yet. It's kind of confusing. That's what we're hoping to figure out.
Same
Do you
beast
know
that
anything
took
about a girl?
her.
Where's
same-
Rachel?
Same beast that took her doctor friend. Yeah.
She has a friend who is a doctor. Oh,
Don't play coy with me, mate. This ain't my first rodeo.
We think so, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, are you talking about me, dude?
Yeah.
Different doctor, not a podiatrist.
I'm not a podiatrist either.
That's what I heard.
This guy does his homework.
Yeah, jeez.
Small town.
I'm a will diatrist.
Oh no.
Will diatrist.
You broke Dave.
Oh, no. No. All right, guys, we're signing off. Have a great
All
night,
right.
everybody.
I think that's the
God.
meme. Well, we need to make that in a meme now.
Oh man.
oh, that burned. That burned
Yeah.
on the inside.
Yep. I don't feel well. Okay.
Right. So, if we're not fucking around, then fuck it. We're all after the same thing. So why are we talking about trying to pretend anyone's paying anyone? Let's just figure out how to fucking do this. Yes. So where
Well,
do we get a fucking boat?
I could procure a boat, mate, but it's going to take some money. And looking as this is your expedition, just around as support, I figured you'd be paying that.
I mean, you kind of just invaded our mission.
Yeah.
So if you want to
Invited.
come with us, I think you can at least chip in a little.
How about this? How the fuck much is a boat going to cost here? I don't know the market.
Small boat, fit the 5 of us. I'd say I could probably procure one for 40 gold, maybe.
Is
Boats
that to purchase or rent?
we'd be purchasing it. No one in their right mind's gonna rent us a boat going out into the glades, mate. We
Hey,
might
I
not
don't know.
return.
The man at the dry dock was talking about giving us a tour. Shit is weird here. I don't get it. I got 10 gold here to put towards the boat. Who's got something else, eh?
Yeah.
We got 10. We got 10.
I'll
Okay,
put
we're
in
up to 20.
I'll put in the other 30. It's all right.
Nice.
Well, I can.
Captain's got the money.
I'll find us a boat. It's gonna be a small craft. We won't have a whole lot of room, but I do recommend that you get some supplies. Get yourselves ready.
Yeah, we're doing a whole fucking expedition here. Okay, that sounds wonderful. Meet back here in 2 hours? 3 hours.
You tell
Here,
me.
if you want to meet at
The
the
sooner
dry
the
dock,
better.
let's meet at the dry dock.
Meet at the dry dock. I don't think we want to meet at the dry dock because there's no place to put a boat at the dry dock.
I mean, it is right. It is right next to.
How about just right next to the bridge here?
Yeah,
Next to the bridge. I like the bridge.
Bridge will work.
All right.
All right, no worries, mate.
It's
He
still
holds out his
morning, right?
hand. Yeah, it's still morning. He holds out his hand for the coin.
We'll do this at noon and hand over the coins.
Very good. To answer your question real quick there, what I'd say be ready for 4 days, 5, just in case.
All right, sounds good.
Oh boy.
There's plenty of edibles out and about too, so if we get in a pinch, we find
We can
ourselves.
get high.
Oh, you mean like edibles or like? Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, there's lots of those types of things out there growing too, but you got to be careful. If you don't know what you're doing, you could turn blue and die.
But I as long as it's in that order, if I were to die then turn blue, I would just be scandalized.
After you die, you turn gray.
Turn blue.
There's an order
Blue
to
dye
things.
blue. Blue dye
You're a
gray.
good guy. I like you. That's great. You just slaps him on the shoulder. It's gonna be a great trip.
What'd you say your names were then? You're the captain, ain't ya? And he looks at you, Rhunar.
Yeah, name's Rhunar.
Pleasure to
You
meet ya.
kept telling us your name was Sally.
I go by Dr. make it killing gutty.
Right.
Called Knucklebones.
I like it. Good on you, mate.
Thalassatis.
Okay, I'll try to remember that one. All right,
It's
gentlemen.
Elvish. You're going to need to work on your accent. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Very well. Well,
It's all in the S's.
I'll recommend, the apothecary if you're looking for the elixirs and potions and types. Otherwise, you might want to check out the Milton's General Supply. He's got some, your standard wares, that sort of thing.
There's an alchemist. Why did no one tell us there was an alchemist?
Well, did you ask anyone?
Like everyone, everywhere we went, we've been searching for it our whole
Where's
lives.
the alchemist? Well, he tells you where it is. It's run by a fellow by the name of Sidney Grimeburg. Big hairy
Sounds like a
fella.
wonderful fellow.
You'll like him.
Grimeburg.
They'll take care of you. All right, well, see you back here about midday.
That sounds just wonderful.
He hustles off.
Oh.
So that just happened.
Yeah.
I feel like we just don't tell him who we are.
I think we're a little
We
bit
already
late for
did
that.
that.
And more importantly, he seems to already know.
Well, we don't tell him that we know who he is.
We already kind of did.
Theo alluded to that.
Oh.
Maybe.
we're
Maybe
never
he
gonna
didn't
say
pick it
that
up.
we go
It's
again.
possible he didn't pick it up.
Let's work under an assumption. He fucking knows everything. And go from there.
Then do we want to ambush him when he gets back?
No.
I think we wait until we're done with everything and then work that part out. We kind of... He is probably actually useful.
Yeah, we don't necessarily know that he's a bad guy, right?
Correct.
Well, we
Yeah.
know he told the other crew to attack Graw's shipment of goods in the warehouse, according to the bad guys that
Right.
Theo slaughtered.
And we can deal with that at a certain point. We are not there yet. We have to wait for the appropriate moment.
You're right. We'll let him guide us, and then as we get back to town, before we're back in town, we'll interrogate him.
I have a dirty feeling whatever is going on is going to come out well before then. So that's what I am waiting for.
Well, if he leads us into an ambush,
Oh, I don't think he's going to lead us into an ambush. I think we're going to get to wherever we're going, deal with whatever we're dealing with, and then over the course of that, everything will come out.
oh, okay.
All right, let's go pick up these supplies.
All right.
Yes, I'm going to need a bottle of rum for this.
How long have we been in town now? Like
A full
2
day.
days?
One
2
full
full
day.
days?
One full day. Yeah, you've spent one night.
That's, was it one full? Really?
Yep. The very first, that's what I said. Yesterday, you guys stopped a heist, got in a fight with the bandits, then you turned in a bounty, then you investigated looking for this guy, Danvarius. You didn't know who he was at the time. And then all the shit went down with Tanika that night.
Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tenoch, you have that magical bird thing.
I think that is just a bird, my friend.
I do
No.
have a bird.
You sent it. It like floated through the wall. You like folded it out of that leaf.
Oh,
Yes.
the spell.
Could you ask about that Danvarius character to any of your friends or any of our friends in Monmouth? Maybe they've heard of him. We
That's
could
a
find
great
out
question.
more without.
Can I do that?
Well, there's like a limit on the number of words you can send, right?
25.
Yep.
Well, I can tell you exactly what the first 5 words can be. Danvarius.
Who the
last
fuck
name.
is Danvarius? Zancro.
It's a question
Oh,
for the
6 words.
ages.
Yeah. Yeah, let me work something out. I can do that
Okay.
though.
And who should we ask? Should we ask Alesko Mariconia? Maybe he's dealt with him before, or maybe we ask a different contact that we have.
It might be good to go to the top on that one. Yeah.
Who's the top?
Mariconia.
Mariconia.
Oh, okay. Sweet. I was also thinking his agent lady, the one who works with the oh my gosh, what are their names? The watch people? City watch.
Oh, you don't want to reach out to her directly.
What the fuck was their name?
What are we talking about?
Tanika. No, that's
No, not Turgent. I didn't even write down her name.
Lenora Valence.
That's it. Yep.
Mariconia's right hand.
At that point, you just want to talk to Mariconia, and he will talk to her.
Good call. We could also inquire about what happened with Anton.
That happened like. Are they even there
Yeah,
yet?
that was like an hour ago.
Oh, that was like an hour ago.
Yeah, that was this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking it was later than that.
All right.
Let's
we need to notify the boat too.
Yeah, and let's. I want to see Tanika again because I want to confirm if that was the name of the guy. Because if he's given us a separate name, like it's not going to do me any good to send a message. It still might not do me any good to send a message, but at least I would feel better about it.
It strikes me we may be overclubbing this, and we can just go get supplies and go into the swamp.
Yeah, I mean we can do that too.
All of this. We got time. We got 3 hours. You think it's going to take?
Yeah.
I have all the supplies I need.
I have been shopping with you. Yes, it might take 3 hours.
I'll take out my bag of holding and I'll start dumping out stuff like my sentinel shield, rapier, a heavy crossbow.
Byron,
you keep your rapier.
Byron.
I haven't revealed it yet.
Oh, that's right. You're.
He's
How many
undercover.
health potions do you have left?
I have. Oh, I believe I have.
You had all the health potions from when we
I
bought
took
them.
a couple.
Oh, when we left.
Yeah, I couldn't afford all of them. I bought.
Well, you gave one to Tanika. You gave one to Tanika, and you gave one to Alice, the meat.
I have one greater healing potion, and that is all of the healing potion I have on me, but that is more than 0.
I don't have any.
One greater healing potion left. I gave the other one to Tanika to save her. And then I have 3 regular health potions, and I gave one to Alice earlier. So I have, 3 still.
Nice. Let's see if we can find some more to purchase.
Yes, that is going to be important. Also, we should get a little bit of food, just because they do not make cheese in these swamps, nor do they make rum, and these are important things. Also, camping gear.
Does Theo eat a lot of cheese?
Of course I do. I'm a civilized man, don't you?
No, I'm from the jungle.
We, my friend, need to get you some fine cheese then. Come, let us go.
All right, so you guys make your way back into the town area. I'm going to go over to the map here so we can kind of see where we are. You were hanging out in this area right about here. This is where the attack went down. And let's see, I can actually highlight this now. The Grimeburg Apothecary is on the other side of this little nub, number 6.
Back up by the.
Over on the western, on the western edge of the Broken Wharf.
The important part is, as we go through the Broken Wharf, we can get more of those pineapples with drinks in them and those little umbrellas.
That's true. All right, let's get this show on the road. We also need to send word to the boat that we're not going to be here for a few days. 4 to 5 days, apparently. Right? Is that what he said?
Mm-hmm.
He said 4 to 5.
A couple days in, a couple days out.
So we should put them on, a rotating schedule where they can come ashore and have some downtime.
How about we split up, and the captain and someone else who probably doesn't have the gold to purchase any potions, I'm thinking the doctor, but, I don't know, go to the boat and make those arrangements, and myself and Tenoch, the people who are better with magical componentry, will go to the apothecary.
I don't have a lot of money.
Well, I'll give you some money, but I don't know how much we'll need.
Just give him 1,000 gold.
What?
Yes. Yep. Give me 1,000
I mean, I
gold.
don't.
We know
Wow.
you're loaded, Rhunar. Don't lie
High
to us.
rollers.
That's
rollers.
That's like 2/3 of the ship budget right now.
That's the ship budget, but how much of your personal money can you give him?
A lot less than that.
Oh,
How much are those potions? Do we remember?
they're 100 gold apiece for a grader and 50
I mean,
gold
we
for
haven't
a-
bought potions here, so there might be different
What the trade
prices.
rate will be, or how many they have. I would give them several hundred, though. I've only got like 170.
I have 32.
That's more than I have.
What? Really? Oh, you have 20?
That's
right.
29 gold.
Oh.
All
You
right,
don't need money in the jungle.
I will give you. Hold on.
And I didn't really come right out of the jungle, but I've been working at sea for a while. You know how
I
it
have
goes.
less than that now. I can
Less
give you
than-
two. I can give you 200 gold. Do you
That's
think we'll
excellent
need more
fun.
than that?
I think they will absolutely have more potions than 200 gold, but I think 200 gold will get us some things.
Well, Byron already is good. I could use at least one grader. That would be nice. But did anybody else have one still?
Greater.
You had one grader still?
I don't have one.
So let's not overclub this. Let's go with the 200 gold. In the event that we find out funding is different, we can make arrangements. It's okay.
Okay. At that point, I have to dip into the ship funds.
Going to happen.
Okay.
That's okay. I mean, this is for the greater ship.
For the greater good. Also, on the way out here, I'm sure we could pick up some shit and haul it to Monmouth for money.
It's time to get up. I'm awake.
you
Time
guys
to
are
get up.
you guys are walking and talking. I'm assuming as you're
Yeah.
kind of entering into the
Yep.
Broken Wharf area. All right. So who's going where? What was the decision?
And
Theo and I will go to the apothecary.
Okay.
That's right. Apothecary.
I'll
And
go out.
the captain and the Dr. McGillicuddy will go to the sheep.
old sheep.
I have some weapon. I have to change out my weapon load up too. My loadout.
Gotta check the loadout. Gotta go to the armory.
Wow.
I love this part of the video game.
Yep.
We're forever in the loading screen.
The gear up montage is about to happen for Rhunar.
God damn it, Rhunar, just pick a weapon set.
All right.
My makeup's on.
Stop trying on dresses and pick an outfit. Let's go.
All right. So Rhunar and Byron, you guys make your way to the ship. Meanwhile, Tenoch and Theo traverse the Broken Wharf. You see the busy market area in full swing. There are loads of fish that have already been caught that are coming in. People are purchasing raw fish to take home. There's vegetables. There's foodstuffs being sold. There are a couple of people that you can see are still partying from the night before. But for the most part, it's business as usual in the Broken Wharf. You traverse across the planks of this raised platform that provides a stable sort of base foundation for all these shops. You make your way around the horn of the broken wharf, and eventually make your way to the location that you seek. You approach this grand structure of wrought iron and green tinted glass. At first, you're like, "What? This is the apothecary?" But you can see through the glass as you get closer. There is a dense curtain of greenery inside, and there are these little flashes, these accents of orange and purple and blue blossoms. A door enters into a connected wooden structure designed, as you might interpret, Theo, and possibly you, Tenoch, of an elven style. Not particular to any certain architectural motif, but in a style that would suggest. And it's set upon this well-made stone foundation, itself overgrown with moss and vines. It is if this constructed building has sort of blended with some of the jungle inhabitants, the vegetative inhabitants and the flora. And you're standing there in front of it, taking a
Why
look.
did I ever spend time in Saltmarsh when this place existed? Let us go in.
Looks nice.
You step inside and you find that in front of you is a broad desk of varnished hardwood. Behind there are rows of glass-fronted cabinets with all manner of bottles and vials and carafes and decanters of all shapes, sizes, and colors. Each is meticulously labeled with name. You can just kind of make out it has like the name, the effect, and then there's like a longer text below. But it is very well archived. That's what you notice. You walk in at the very first glance, you don't see anybody or hear anything except for a couple of birds that flit about inside the glass structure. Next to you, off to the right, is this large, it's very noticeable, a large mushroom. Almost like a giant mushroom cap.
Like, when you say giant, are we talking a few feet across or like 10 feet tall?
It's taller than the halfling.
Ain't much.
Wow. What color is it?
It is sort of this weird swirling coloration of red and green on top. And then the stalk is sort of this white streaked with black veins almost, it looks like.
Theo is going to kind of lean over to the mushroom and go, "Hello, are you the shopkeep?"
You lean over and say that to the mushroom, and the mushroom responds, "Well, not exactly.
Would they be available?
I think they will be.
Should we wait here?
That's what I do."
Fair enough. And then Theo turns away and then looks at Tenoch and just makes the face of,
And you hear laughing behind Theo. I cracked myself up. Sydney will be right with you. Oh gosh.
"Wonderful."
I'll like look around the like. Is there somebody behind the mushroom?
Roll a perception check.
Perception. How about a 19?
So you kind of dip around and look behind, and you just hear a, "Oh, easy there, fella." You do not see anyone behind him, but you distinctly know that the voice is coming from this large mushroom.
From the mushroom. Interesting. Huh. I like poke it.
Oh, that's...
Or her. Or, I don't know how they identify.
Now, how would you like it if I did that to you, young fella?
Can you do that to him?
Let me think.
It like shakes a little bit.
I guess not. Well.
Like me to poke you? I mean, he will probably break my hand because he is very muscly, but I would at least give it an effort.
You've never seen an awakened mushroom, have you?
No.
Of course, all the time. Back home, we have just whole communities of them.
Yes,
just
of course.
into the night.
Of course. We're very
Where are you
gregarious.
from?
Well, came in on the wind, so to speak. You know how the
Can I
spores
go?
are. You're already there, my friend. Welcome. Welcome to Grimeburg's Apothecary. Now, oh, do you hear that? It's hard for me to hear since I don't have any ears. You hear this kind of walking the creaking floorboards of this building, and you look up away from the awakened mushroom, and you see this large furbolg that walks in, and he's got these thick spectacles on that are make his eyes look even bigger than they normally would be. He's got pink hair tipped with like a purple, almost frosting look to it, although it's natural and not something that he inflicted upon himself for spring break or anything like that.
We're both always actually ready to party.
He walks up to you, and you can see he's kind of wiping his hands on a towel, and he sets the towel down and says, "Well, I see you've met Gil."
A wonderful entity.
Oh, good friend of mine. How you doing, Gil? And you can just barely see the mushroom kind of bows a little bit towards him, and then kind of straightens back up erect. And he says, "Now, my name is Sidney Grimeburg. Welcome to my apothecary. It looks as though you might be in need of a tonic or an elixir. How can I help you today?"
I want to actually make a joke about how I was tired of being a slender half-elven male and wanted to become a buff furbulg or Goliath woman, but it turns out you were in fact a furbulg, so the joke just seems in poor taste now.
Well, we all need a little more laughter in our lives, I'd say.
I will work on a better bit next time I am here. We are, in fact, looking to peruse your wares. That is very true.
What exactly might you be looking for? We have quite a bit to offer.
We're mostly interested in restorative potions.
Ah, yes. We have many options. We have all varieties of healing potions here. He grabs a couple off the shelf and he plops them down in front of you. And there's a small vial and a larger vial, and this is this vibrant red fluid inside that just sparkles. It looks like the purest healing potion that you've ever seen. You guys have seen these types of potions before. This looks super pure, just beautiful to look at. And it's like crystal clear vials. You might be used to buying, healing potions in like dirty, sort of cracked vials and stuff like that. These are really nice quality.
This ain't that bottom shelf shit.
That's right. This is high-end healing potions, baby. No,
These aren't the ones that have sat on the shelf for 6 years.
Top shelf.
That's right. He says, we've got healing potions, and then let me see. He grabs a couple of vials of this vibrant green fluid, and he sets those down in like a little wooden holder where he puts the vials into it so they kind of stand upright like you'd see in a chemistry lab or whatever. These are antitoxins that might come in handy if you should be, getting bit by any Slytherin types.
We are heading into the rest of the island.
Wait. You're headed where?
Into the interior.
The Glades. Well, let me see here. I do have some healer's kits. He sets a couple healer's kits on the countertop.
I have one already, but I would love to refresh.
Yes. Let's see what else. Well, I've got this might be extremely handy for you. And he pulls out this yellow kind of viscous thick fluid in a small vial. This is a potion of Warden. It will protect you from being killed. Could be very helpful in a sticky situation.
Does it prevent you from being killed? Does it make you invulnerable? Does it turn you into a misty form?
No.
There are many ways to someone dying.
Let's put it this way. If you are dispatched, rather than dying outright, as most of us would do in that situation, you'll instead have a quick burst of, how shall I say, life that will perhaps help you get out of the situation. Not much, but it could buy you that precious moment. Basically,
about some precious
if you are with that potion, if you're dropped to 0 and you've had this within an hour of that moment, you will instead be reduced to 1 hit point.
That's
From my
cool.
shizzle. We like to call that one the Byron special.
Ooh, yes. Well, I'd like to meet this doctor. Alchemist.
Byron McKillen.
What else? The potions of healing I mentioned, the antitoxins. I don't know if this would be much interest to you. No, you probably wouldn't be interested in this. We do have...
Of course we are interested in it. That is the way the salesmanship works.
Yes. This is an interesting elixir that we've been working on for quite some time. When you drink this potion, you can be magically transformed into another form. Choosing from, let's see, we have, and he looks up on the shelf. Oh yes, this one is a frog, snake, and mouse. It's a polymorph potion.
But it can only change you into a frog, snake, or a mouse.
That's all we have at the moment. Yes.
How big is the snake?
Oh, it is a normal-sized snake.
Snakes come in a number of sizes.
It's not one of the giant ones that sometimes you see around the island.
Like,
Yes.
If it's like a giant boa constrictor, that's a very different story.
Yes.
Do you have anything that helps you run
DMC?
Yep. Like a lizard, like a gecko. Stand on water.
Standing on the surface of water, you say? I don't have anything like that, but it does look like we still have a few of these. These are potions of water breathing. I don't know if that's sufficient for what you're thinking. And just to keep you in the loop, should anything, strange happen to you or any of your friends while you're on your expedition, we do have services available in addition to the goods that we offer.
What kind of services?
Things like curing wounds, curing diseases, curing paralysis, poisoning, that type of thing.
Brisk trade in dealing with sexually transmitted diseases here, I imagine.
We can help with that, yes.
Just in case.
If
So,
you
like,
should
when
be
we come
needing...
back?
Correct. And if you should be needing something more substantial, we do have the opportunity to... Well, it's only happened once or twice, but we have reattached severed limbs.
That's impressive. Is it just you and Gil doing this?
It's myself and my apprentice, Milana.
Ah, okay. So it is not just you. I was about to say you were a very powerful wizard.
We have a team. Gil, of course, being one of the most integral parts of that team, right, Gil? That's right.
How could he not?
And then we also have Eleth, and she is also studying with us. So we do have some skilled technicians here. At the very most dire situation, perhaps a resurrection could be arranged as well. So hopefully it doesn't come to that. But as you must know, an expedition to the Glades is very dangerous.
We are not expecting it to be easy. That brings us to some very important questions. And that question, of course, is how much lucre for each of these fine products you have laid before us?
Oh, yes. Well, were there any or all of them that you're interested in? Is that what you're...
I am interested in all of them, but we have not gotten paid as much as we would like before coming into this fine establishment. Had I the coin, I would buy you out of house, home, and everything, because it's amazing here.
Well,
I don't know that we're going to be able to take this building into the Glades.
The building
I
would
was
be
thinking about-
substantially more, of course. This was...
I was thinking coming back, retiring, getting into owning land, supporting good causes, that sort of thing.
That's fair.
I'm retiring here is what I am saying.
Well...
It does
Per-
have a certain je ne sais quoi, as we say in the jungle.
Oh, yes, I've heard this.
The jungles of France.
The healing potions are anywhere between 50 gold pieces for a minor healing potion all the way up to 500 gold pieces for the superior healing potion.
I feel like we should have a discount for the superior just because of the guild name. Just saying. That way we could rep the product.
The antitoxin, a dose is 50 gold pieces. A creature that drinks a vial of this liquid gains advantage on saving throws against poison for 1 hour. Potion of Warding that I mentioned, which is the one that reduces you to 1 hit point instead of 0, is 250 gold. The Potion of Polymorph is 275 gold, and there's 3 options that you can choose one of those options: frog, snake, or mouse. Potion of Water Breathing is 160 gold. Healer's Kit's 5 gold. And then, do you want me to read through the services that they provide as well?
No, we don't need those.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about out of character the way we use them. I'm thinking about getting 1 anti-venom and 2 minor healing potions, because the anti-venom just sounds handy. And then 2 minors, because what we really use potions for is fuck you're dying.
Yeah.
So Theo will get an anti-venom and just 2 of the smaller healing potions.
Okay, so that'll be 150 gold.
How much are the second tier healing potions?
I don't remember how much those are. The greater healing. Let me just look that up.
Those were previously 100.
Like a hundo? Okay.
Yeah, 100 points. 100 gold pieces.
100 gold points. I'd like to cash in my frequent
it's like
flyer
Bitcoin.
miles.
Yeah, it's like Bitcoin. All right.
Frequent sailor miles.
Right.
Very
I feel
nice.
like
Very nice.
we could start a thing with the boat.
You could.
If you boat with us, you'll get a discount.
And then, did you want to
After
get any
1,000.
healer's kits? Healer's kits are 5 gold pieces each.
Mine still has 6 uses in it. So, I mean, would I essentially, do I have to buy a whole healer's kit at a time, or could I buy like a prorated ingredients essentially?
They have it packaged as kits.
That's fine. I don't need one right now.
Okay.
Do you have to have skill with them to use them?
No.
Okay.
You get to, as an action, you can expend 1 use of the kit to stabilize a creature. You don't have to roll anything. It's just done.
That's why Theo has them.
Yep.
I'll purchase one.
Okay. And it has 10 uses. So you'll just have to keep track of that if you...
And they have, in fact, saved several party members' lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have. Absolutely.
Yeah. They're 5 gold?
Yes, sir.
All right. I now have 24 gold.
I'm down to 10. I feel you.
Oh, you know what I should do? Didn't I make a note of all the different fucking ingredients that I use? Oh, I should have done that.
That would be a great spreadsheet to keep around, though, for your just spell shit.
Yeah, they do have components here. So if you need spell components,
Wizards should have spreadsheets for components. That's how you know you're wizarding correctly. As a warlock, that's all bullshit.
Oh,
I'm kidding. There's a
I have a horn for that.
I know when I played a sorcerer, I had one spell that had a material component, and I didn't need to use it.
Thankfully, the packed weapon satisfies most of my material component, except for stuff that uses like consumes blah blah. I just haven't taken any of those yet.
Yeah, I have a fairly serious spell list. My
You're
spell
a
list
wizard. They all do.
does not screw around. Like, I have more than one spell that I can't cast right now. Like Summon Fae, man, that's a sweet spell.
Oh,
I don't know when I'm going to cast that.
All of the summon spells are. I love the spells, but they're all like that. Like, oh, you need a several hundred gold item.
I didn't realize that when I took it. I wouldn't have taken
my
it.
Players, they had to source those. It was fun. Anyway, we're killing time.
Anything else that you'd like? Components you need, sir?
I'm going to take a look at my list.
Okay.
And we can,
let's smash
I'm down with going to, while I peruse.
Okay, sounds good. We'll switch over to Rhunar and Byron on the ship. You paddle your way out to the Good Buddy, and Fritz and the crew are there. They're scrubbing the deck. They're painting. They're patching. They're busy, you know. And Fritz comes over and sort of receives you as you climb up the side of the boat on the rope ladder. He kind of helps you. You know, he reaches out and kind of helps you guys back into the ship. Hi, yeah, Captain. Yeah, good to see ya. So
Fritz,
what's
how's everything going?
things are fine here. Just some of the guys, some of the men were asking what the plan was going to be. You know, for were we going to shove off or were we sticking around for a bit? Yeah.
Right, that's why we came back out.
Oh,
we're
great.
We're gonna be staying for maybe about a week.
Oh, okay.
5 days.
Right.
5 days right now. That's about what we know.
Okay.
So I think we should start, you know, like a rotating leave where
Yeah,
some
yeah,
of
yeah.
the sailors get to go ashore and,
Yeah.
you know, unwind a little bit.
Good call, Captain. Yeah, great idea. I'll take care of that. No problem. Are we just going to anchor out here in the harbor probably then, huh? And rather than pay any sort of, good idea.
I think we'll stay out here.
We might need a few supplies here and there, but I know we did some patchwork after that unfortunate little scrape on the way out here.
I'll interrupt him. Fritz, actually, I already got supplies coming. In a couple days, I'd like you to check in with the Carpenters Guild. I have a prototype being built for the ship.
Oh.
Of a new ballista.
The one you showed me before with the cage and the.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. They're gonna craft one for us. So I'm gonna, if you can, handle getting that. Figuring out the logistics on all that crap.
You got it.
There's another thing I was gonna ask. I bought more supplies for the ship. That's, I'm pretty sure we already paid for all that. Isn't that right, Rhunar?
You know what? I don't know if we did.
I think we did because I remember being pretty insistent that you paid for it.
Okay.
Imagine that.
And then, Tamis and I think Tamis, that one guy and that other guy get the first shore leave because they helped me fix the ship when we hit the reef.
Can do, yeah, you betcha. We'll take care of it.
Perfect. We might be gone for like 5 days. We're gonna go into the jungle, and then I'll tell them about our day, the warehouse. I'll tell them about the beast. I'll tell them about the dry dock tavern and inn. I'll tell them about all the tours. And
they got a distillery tour, huh?
Yep.
I think the boys will be liking that.
Yep, definitely do it. But that's on your money. That's not on our money. And I think we should pay them, Rhunar.
Yeah. Let me see here.
For the next 5 days. We can do the math after our turn.
Yeah, it's been 4 days since you left Monmerg, and then you've got those 5 days ahead of you or whatever. So.
Yep. So 9 days at we can figure that out in a minute.
Yeah.
It's 23 per day.
What else did we want to do?
Well, Rhunnar's just got to do some minor unloading and loading up in his cabin.
I'm gonna stand there judging you the whole time too, as you're taking weapons out and picking up other weapons, and I'm
just
gonna be
softly to
really?
himself, he's gonna be like,
really?
I feel like Rhunar. I feel like he tests every one of the weapons out as he's loading them up.
You're gonna want something sharp. You're gonna want something blunt. You're gonna want something long. You're gonna want something short. You're gonna want something you can hold in both hands. You're gonna want something that you can't hold in both hands.
Well, I'm not gonna go crazy.
What?
No, because you're already there.
Crap. I knew I had something else. I can't remember what it is.
That was the montage music for Rhunar.
I love it.
All right. So anything else on the ship before you guys head back into shore?
I was gonna ask. So we have a small rowing ship.
Mhm.
Could we use that, save our 40 gold, or use it in conjunction with this small ship that we're going to be using? I'm assuming it's going to be a rowboat that we
No,
pay for.
the crew will need our dinghy
Oh.
to get to and from shore.
You're right. You're right. Good call.
I thought of that already.
All right. Never mind. That's why
Good
you're the
thinking.
captain.
Nice.
I was thinking ahead.
Mm-hmm. All right. So anything else, any messages for the crew or anything else that you want them to take care of while you're gone, or anything you want to do on the ship before you head back and meet up with Tenoch and Theo?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
can't think of
I'll
anything
just
right now.
I'll just put my bag of holding in my quarters.
Okay.
So I'll only carry some of my stuff, and I'll mark that on my character sheet right now.
Yeah, that's a good idea to mark what you're taking with you on the expedition into the heart of darkness, the Gloomhaven Glades.
Isn't
All right.
this more of a heart of darkness?
Kind of. Yeah. Kind of. All right. So you guys take care of the loading, unloading, giving the orders to Fritz to carry out for you. Tenoch, did you come up with some things that you needed to get?
Yeah. I'm gonna buy some incense.
Yep, they have that for sure.
That's it.
Okay.
Do you
I'm gonna
want some
spend like
peppermint too?
I'm gonna spend like 25 gold pieces on some incense.
Some herbal tea. Okay. Yep, totally they have that. And you get a sense that Sydney Grimeburg is very very happy to have done business with you. He's just a kind of a jolly guy. Yeah, thanks for stopping in.
No, thank you for being here in our hour of need. And you two, Guild, you are the best.
You're the best.
Oh, you're just saying that because I'm so pretty. All right, Tenoch, let's go before you end up being prettier than me.
Okay.
I mean, you're more muscular already, so that's all I've got, really.
Yeah.
And then once they're outside and a few feet down the road, Theo's just going to look down and go, did that really happen, or do you think there were just a lot of hallucinogens in the air there? So that all seemed very surreal.
Yeah, I think that was the talking mushroom.
It was a talking mushroom that was an enormous man with weird floppy ears and fur and pink hair. And, I've read about fur bugs, but that was the first one I have ever seen. They are
I've never
tall.
heard of men like that. They're not very common, are they?
Oh, yes, they run
Dave?
most major governments. There's
No,
a
they're
secret
not.
fur bug cabal that rules the world.
No.
That might be
No.
true, actually.
Conspiracy theories, go!
Oh God.
Did you guys want to meet up with Rhunar and Byron? Was there an interest in going to that other the general store location?
That's not a bad
I think
idea.
the interest I'm interested.
Oh.
I'm just also broke, so I'm not sure how useful it'll be. But let's say we meet them there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
that
am
works.
now broke. But I do have survival gear.
Okay.
I've got explorers pack and all that too. So I've got the basics, some rations.
I totally changed my mind. I'm taking my bag of holding, by the way.
Thank you.
Good idea.
I have a lot of books to read.
All right, so you guys all meet back up near the docks area in the Broken Wharf.
All right. Did you guys find some good things at the apothecary?
We found a lot of good things. Most of them we couldn't afford, but we
That's
did
true.
buy a few things. I have an anti-venom in case any one of us gets poisoned by something, say a 15-foot tall monster. I got a couple of minor healing potions just to get us on our feet. Captain, I'm going to give both of these to you so that you have them and you do what you need to.
Both of the miners? you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I also have a healer's kit and the ability to touch you and heal you with the power of magic. So it's less of a concern for me overall.
Okay.
I can hold this.
That's telekinesis.
That's all right.
Not yet. Oh, I also have this, and just reach into the bag of holding and pull out a hard candy and give Tenoch a piece.
What is this?
That's candy.
Candy.
Have you never had candy? Oh, no, you've never had candy. You put it in your mouth and just
Do you
kind of
eat
suckle
it?
on it. It's
Yeah,
it's
put it in
hard.
your,
You
you want to
suck
put it
on
in your, right here, right in your cheek.
It's like a dip.
Is this the Saltmarsh Taffy?
It's the hard candy I purchased in Saltmarsh. I have 3 pounds of it.
Oh, nice.
What flavor is it? Fair
It's
enough.
Hard
purple.
candy flavor.
Saltmarsh.
It's purple
it's
flavor.
Saltmarsh flavor.
Fish and sugar.
Yep.
Saltmarsh flavor.
Really, yeah, it's really sweet. Oh,
Yeah,
Ah.
it's candy. No, you put your mouth on it. You have to keep it.
that's too sweet. I can't.
Are you disrespecting my gift of candy to you?
I think he is.
Pretty much.
That's what I thought. I'm kidding. You can get rid of it if you want. That's fine.
All right, guys. What are we doing? We gonna go meet Danvarius at the Biori Bridge?
Well, do we need anything from the general store? I know I have like some basic being in the wilderness gear, and of course I have the ability to keep myself dry to deal with rotfoot and that sort of thing, which I'm sure happens. But I don't know where everyone else is standing on that.
Let me just make sure I still have my 2-person tent. If I do, I'm good.
You know what the best thing is about halflings? A 2-person tent is a 4-person tent.
It's a party. 2-person tent is a party.
Yeah, but then you're in a
I
tent
don't
with
have my
3
2-person
halflings.
tent.
What?
Um,
Where did your tent go?
You might have lost it in the Hool Marshes.
Yep.
Long time ago.
Yeah, I think I forgot to take it down after we met those people when we were headed to.
when we
The
gonna
Sawagen
attack
lair?
the frog people?
No,
Are you-
we were
when
headed
we
to
were-
Dreadwood.
Oh.
We were tracking the paladin.
Oh, the Renee people that you met on the
You
road?
forgot
Yep.
to you
Yep, I
forgot to
forgot
take down
my
your tent.
down.
I would
'Cause
say
I
it's
was
probably fair
drinking.
you did take it down. I do not think Byron, the character, would forget to take down his own tent. We got to
Yeah,
talk
I
right
had-
out
He
there.
stayed up all night telling stories.
You have it like marked as still up.
Theo
Like-
would not have let him leave the fucking tent. In that case,
Sometimes
Theo
I
has
That's
the
awesome.
tent now.
when
That's
I put
awesome.
it up as like just to try and stay true.
Wow,
And
you're
I
really
forgot
committed.
to write it down. Yeah.
You're
I
really
did
committed to
that.
this game.
Does the doctor say out loud that he doesn't have his tent anymore?
Where's my tent?
Oh, it's in my bag. Sorry, you left it up in the forest, and I wasn't going to leave a fucking tent in the woods
Oh,
because I'm
man.
not an idiot.
I was
There's-
literally like flipping through my
It's
bag of
probably just a-
holding, like
A
maybe
big
it's under my
old.
caltrops.
No, it's right here, and Theo pulls it out, and Theo didn't take care of it right, so it's not just covered in mildew.
It's got
I
creases.
left it worse.
There's probably a big old dwarven poop in it.
Oh,
Wow! Oh, the
That
last
guy-
gift
like
from
up here
our
would
brother
do.
here.
That got interesting.
No, fuck
So, so do you guys want to hit up Milton's, or are you good?
Do you guys think we need some rations, supplies?
I've got a week's worth of rations. I don't know where everybody else is standing.
I got
I mean-
five rations left. I need more.
I mean, that's 5 days.
Yeah, I have 10.
Oh, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't tracked that too closely.
Does
so I
Tenoch
don't
need
know.
any? No, we haven't
I'll
spent
let-
a lot of time in the woods. Like
That's
we
true.
haven't.
Danvarius will kill something. And cook
I
it.
have plenty.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll be fine.
Yeah, also, we
Let's
can
go.
hunt. We are hunters.
To the
We are
Biori
fierce
Bridge.
hunters. To the Biori Bridge.
I
Sounds
do
good.
have a hunting trap.
Well,
Just
Wow.
one?
Yep, it's part of my background kit.
Nice.
Well, there you go.
All right, so you guys decide to forego the stop at the general store. You head back to the rendezvous point with Danvarius, and as you arrive, you see him smoking a pipe, leaning up against the bridge post, down kind of underneath the bridge, rather than up on top where it crosses over the river. He's kind of down below, and there's a small landing, a little rocky landing, and you can see that he's got a rowboat. It's about roughly 10 feet in length and about 5 feet wide at its widest. And he has one pack that's
Good sized rowboat.
it's a good sized rowboat. He's thrown his pack in there, and his bow and everything is already loaded. And he says, "Well, there you are. Great. It's about time we get a start. Yeah, burning some daylight here, but yeah, we'll get
we
going.
should get underway.
Sure, of course, you and a very fine dinghy.
Yeah, it should
it
be
a-
all right.
Flat bottom.
Yeah, it's a bit of a V hull to it.
I'm gonna give everybody in the three of you guys. I'm gonna give you each a potion of water breathing.
Oh,
You've
nice.
been sitting on those?
Yeah,
Handing out
Fair
gifts,
enough.
are you?
just in case of emergency.
Very good. Do you give one to him too?
No, I don't have enough to give him
okay.
one.
He looks a little disappointed.
Eh.
Good.
I'll tell you what, my friend. Here you go. And Theo will reach carefully into his vest, pull out a slip of paper, and solemnly hand it over to Dan Various.
I owe you one
Here,
potion of water breathing.
He looks at you confused and takes it and looks at it.
That is the drawing taken off of one of the off the Bugbear, I believe. There's a poorly drawn lewd goblin sketch.
Oh yes, I remember that.
He looks at it and then he unfolds it and he looks at it and he's just like, I like you. Thanks, mate. And he folds it back up and he tucks it in his shirt pocket. And he says, "Well then, load up your
Classic
gear,
statement.
boys, and let's get a shove off, huh?"
Yep.
All right. So you
Onward.
guys get your gear in. You settle yourselves into the boat. There are 2 oars. One person on each is the way that it would work. He's kind of gets in the bow of the small boat as if he's going to kind of navigate through the rivers. So I don't know who's going to be paddling, but you'll have to choose 2 people to paddle.
Yeah, we'll paddle.
I can
Okay.
paddle.
Okay, so Theo and Rhunar will be paddling. And let's go ahead and do this. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back in about 13 minutes to jump back into our expedition up the Biori River. In the meantime, folks that are hanging out with us tonight, don't forget that we are doing a giveaway for some great content from CZRPG, the Ultimate Naval Map Pack, which is an awesome supplement that you can use for your naval adventures, kind of like what we do here at Beyond Saltmarsh. Traveling across the oceans. There's a lot of good maps in there and some great ship tokens. Go ahead and enter. The way you do that is by typing CZRPG into the chat, and that will enter you. We'll do a drawing at the end of the stream tonight and see who wins.
And did we kill Nightbot's dice message?
I did change that. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I saw that.
Because I'm not sending people dice on this stream.
No,
That's
we're not
for the
doing.
next stream.
We're doing dice tomorrow night. Tonight we're doing the Ultimate Naval Map Pack. All right, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey everybody, we're back, and all of four of us are back, and then Kirk, the top of Kirk's head. So we're here, and we're excited to jump back into Saltmarsh.
He's like Mr. Wilson from
Yeah,
Tool Time, whatever
yeah.
that show is called.
What was that show?
Home Improvement. Home Improvement.
There we go. Nice, good one. Real quick before we jump back in here, everybody who's watching, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Pace Setter, glad you're here tonight, buddy. Good to see you. Vamp Wickman's in the house. I mean, we're fully stacked here. Even I think wasn't Pete here earlier?
Pete, was he? I
Yeah,
thought there
he
was somebody else whose name was Pete, but it might not have been that Pete.
All right. Well, anyways, thanks
Maybe.
everybody for being here. We appreciate it. Don't forget to enter to win the Ultimate Naval Map Pack by entering the keyword CZRPG. I'll show you how that's done. CZRPG, boom. That enters you to win. We're going to draw one lucky viewer at the end of the stream, so stick around and hopefully you will be the lucky one. Let's jump back in here. We have done a couple of montages where Rhunar re-equipped himself with a bunch of weapons, kind of a new kit for his adventure into the Gloomhaven Glades. We've done a little bit of shopping at the Grimeburg Apothecary. And
Is that what they're called? The Gloomhaven Glades?
They are.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't sound good at all.
That sounds great. And we are currently having just boarded a small dinghy, a small rowboat near the, let's go here, we'll go over to the map, near the Biori Bridge, which is a bridge that connects the west and the east side of this area and crosses over the Biori River, which is a fairly large river at the mouth there, that estuary area where it dumps into the Azure Sea at the location of Cyber. And you guys are about to start paddling upstream on your adventure to look for a creature, a monster, an aberration. And we have Theo and Rhunar are currently paddling. Let's go ahead and get athletic checks from the two of you.
Let us test your athleticism.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, Rhunar. Prime
Okay.
form. Prime
Yep.
form.
Well rested.
Nine.
We go in circles.
Yeah.
We go in
You,
big wide circles.
Rhunar, your strength and your skill at this moment, you're fresh, you're rested. You help to sort of pick up a little bit of the slack that Theo's not quite gotten his rhythm going yet. He's still working on it, but you're able to, with a sort of a group check, do a pretty good job of sort of fighting the current as you go. And now you guys remember that the previous night there was a giant monsoon storm, this deluge of rain that rolled in, filling the river, causing it to swell beyond its banks. There's a lot of water right now on the landscape, and so there's much of that water is running off of the glades, this swampy, almost think of like an Everglades kind of habitat, this kind of sawgrass, but lining the river as you paddle upstream are these mangrove swamps. So you can't even really see into the interior of the jungle because it's just thick along the edges of this swampland. And we'll kind of zoom over here a little bit to give you an idea. If you're watching and you're looking at the map, this area is dense vegetation. Once you get past the tree line, which you haven't yet, it's just this beautiful like sawgrass marshland with all kinds of bird life and other critters. You see, as you're paddling up the river, you see an otter swim by. It's a pretty lush and rich flora and fauna in this area. And you have currently Danvarius, the Sewell scout or guide, if you will, in the bow of the small rowboat, kind of guiding you along. And he'll call out like debris or rocks to kind of give you an idea of things to avoid and which way to go. He's really kind of calling the shots as you go up the river.
And I am watching behind us
Roll a perception check.
for crocs and stuff.
Hmm.
And I roll a natural
Better than
20.
Nice. You look back and you see the Biori Bridge in the distance getting smaller and smaller, and as you start to turn a corner and delve deeper into the interior, it disappears from view. You watch the surface of the water looking for crocodiles or giant snakes, things that you're very familiar with that live in these types of habitats, and you do not see anything at this moment. All looks clear.
Yes. I'm going to have my hawk just kind of circle up around us and kind of keep an eye out
Okay,
from a high vantage point.
sure. Let's get a hawk perception check.
Hawk roll.
Now, Rhunar, you and Theo, you guys are working. It's pretty rigorous work to paddle upstream, and Danverius is in the bow, and he's calling back to you, and he's like, "So have you seen this critter then? Yeah, this beast that we hunt.
No, not yet.
Glimpses.
Any ideas what might be its vulnerabilities or anything of that nature? How are we going to take him down?"
If my dismemberment works.
I could capture it, perhaps.
Wait, you can capture it?
I mean, maybe I can set traps and stuff.
We could light it on fire too.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Thanks for subscribing, Vamp Wickman, mate. Appreciate it. Good on ya.
Who are you talking to?
Sorry.
Who else is in this boat?
that was an in character out of character.
No,
thank you
it's
to-
both now. And Various just speaks to the audience.
Yep.
I
Danverius
see
breaks the fourth
OOC.
wall.
I see OOC.
Yeah, various.
Tenoch, your hawk. Does your hawk have a name?
I have not given him a name.
Okay, it's not necessary, but your hawk.
A total of 20 for him because he has a +4 perception.
Okay. Flying overhead, calls out,
Sounds like a chicken.
kind of like a jungle chicken.
Swamp chicken. Yeah.
Yep, swamp chicken, exactly. Basically, what the black collared hawk sees is this vast marshland, kind of what I was describing to you guys that he hadn't seen yet. But can you see through its eyes? Is that how it works? Is that what you're doing right now, or not doing that?
It's not necessarily what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Like every now and then I probably do. I can do it. I think it's 100 feet. Let me double
I think
check.
that's the limit. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
at 100 feet, you can catch little glimpses of this vast landscape that goes on and on and on. It's just as you make your way away from the coastline, you just enter into this vast swampland with these almost like a maze of tributaries that feed into this larger Biori River that branch off almost like a nervous system, sort of network of nerves that sort of interdigitate into this crazy wet landscape. And the hawk doesn't notice anything in terms of the creature you seek or anything like that, or other people along the river. So you don't get any sort of sense of danger or warning from the hawk as it flies overhead, but it does keep a lookout above you.
And as long as it's within 100 feet, we can telepathically communicate as well.
Okay, sweet. So you kind of tell it to give you a heads up if it sees anything, I would imagine. Okay, cool. So you keep paddling, and you paddle for the better part of the afternoon, and Danverius is continuing to call things out, and there's a couple of decisions that you have to make in terms of which way to go. And so as you're sort of getting started, Danverius is like, "You got any insight then, mates, on which way this beast was headed?"
No, the plan had been to try and pick up a trail from where we killed the alligator, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, we just know it went into the water near where we met you.
Right, right.
Maybe you're the monster in disguise.
It's quite possible. Well, that'd be a terrible luck for you all, huh?
If he turns into a monster and kills us now, it'll be kind of funny.
It'd be ironic, you know. But no, I ain't no monster. Just a simple adventurer like yourselves. Been around a bit, you know. Where you all come in from then? You got that ship there I saw in the harbor. Where you hail from then, Captain?
Oh, we're from Saltmarsh.
No shit, Saltmarsh. I've been there. Been there myself once, twice.
I am so sorry.
Well, it's not so bad. They got that good. What do they call that stuff? The claw wine. Love that stuff.
Now we know he is a liar.
Well, it's an acquired taste.
I'm
Yeah.
not from Saltmarsh.
Unacquirable taste.
Yeah, you don't look like a Saltmarshian. Saltmartian. Where you from then, little guy?
And I will, in Olman, I will maybe tell him the. I don't remember. Hang on. AnnaBmeyer.com. I don't remember the name. The name of the fucking place.
Oh, where you're from?
Yep. Well, I don't have a specific name specifically for where I'm from, but
Well,
it
you've got a
the
region.
nearest place is on a map. Yeah.
Well, there's there's Port Bodal,
Yeah.
which
and
is fairly
Indikar-
close. But I
Indikar is the name is the name on the map for that area.
Yeah, there's Port Elizabeth is nearby, but yeah, the Indikara is a region of the Amadio,
Yeah.
and that's where your people are from. Absolutely. Yep.
I will in Olman. I will tell him that I am from the interior of the Indikara.
Yeah, Indikara. He doesn't respond in Olman, but he catches the Indikara. He says, "It's where you're from, then." Oh yeah. Haven't spent a whole lot of time there, but interesting place. How'd you end up here, so far north? The hold of the Sea Princes and whatnot. A merchant.
Dreams.
Chasing a dream. I see. Well, you've got some interesting dreams if they've taken you out here to the Glades on this expedition. Hopefully we all make it out and it doesn't turn into be a nightmare.
That's the funny thing about dreams.
Could go either way, right, mate?
That's right.
Indeed. So Saltmarsh, eh? So you Kingdom boys then? Keeland and the like? What's your political leanings? Just curious. Doesn't matter much to me. But
Generally
Not
speaking,
really.
I identify as a kind of radicalist, anarcho-communist royalist.
sounds complex. I don't know a whole lot about politics myself, but yeah, okay, mate. Yeah, good.
It means we support the crown by destroying by thinking we should get rid of anyone but the crown. We
Oh
should
my.
only have a king, and anything beneath that should just be a radical anarcho-syndicalist commune of equals who just follows the leadership of the king as needed. Of course, we don't pay taxes as part of the anarcho point, so the king will, of course, really be more of a figurehead relying on traditional and inherited. And Theo goes on for a solid 3 minutes. I'm not going to make you all suffer through that, but he does that.
Dan Various looks over at Byron and says, "Did he always talk this funny like this?"
I was tuning him out.
Yeah,
What was he
yeah.
saying?
I don't remember. A bit of an imperialist, I guess.
You know.
What about you then? He looks at you, Byron. Yeah, doctor, right? Where'd you train?
Yeah, Dr. Dave McKillingutty. I'm a little self-taught.
Self-taught
I'm not-
doctor.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's.
Sounds so sketchy.
I'm not the best. I'm still learning I have a lot to learn, but I've saved a few lives. Actually, the lady that we saved from this beast that we're hunting, I'm the one who performed the emergency surgery.
Are you trying to deceive him?
No, I gave her the health potion.
Okay.
And I won't say that out
a
loud.
broad
Like
definition of
broad
surgery.
definition.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But I don't want him to think that I don't
Sure.
know anything.
Roll a deception check.
Damn it.
Ooh, that was almost a natural
No,
one.
I saw that.
I was hoping.
15, no.
He looks at you and says, "Well, it's good to know we got a doctor then with us. Important member of the team, I see.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, we got some decisions to make then, mates. We're coming up on a branching in the river. There's a pretty sizable tributary that heads east, it looks like. Yeah, Hawk, give us a bit of an idea of what the path ahead looks like, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll have him kind of take a look around. Maybe look for, I don't know, a larger kind of path that might have been broken through in the area. Maybe even a little bit off of the main waterway. Obviously I don't know how this thing was traveling, but if it was busting its way through mangroves, it might have left a little bit of a trail.
Okay, so the hawk is flying low over the canopy of the trees and sort of looking for crushed vegetation, that sort of thing. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception check for the hawk, the yet to be named hawk. Yeah.
And can I do that? Oh, okay. So he has advantage.
Nice.
On site based rolls.
Okay.
Which is good.
Oh.
So is it an 18?
No, that was a mistaken third roll, so it would be 13.
13. Okay.
9 plus 4, yeah.
The message
Sadly.
the message you get back is sort of inconclusive on which way to go, left or right at the next fork. So but you don't have to tell the group that. You can tell them anything you want. So that's what the hawk tells you. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's up to you how you communicate back, but they're basically Dan Various is looking for some guidance on which way you guys want to go.
Which side is the main branch of the river? The main flow of the river? And which one is the tributary?
Let's do a group check. Everybody roll a nature check, and I'm gonna roll one for Dan Various as well.
16.
Big 11.
Big 10. Jesus, how did I get a 10?
A 12.
So Tenoch rolled the highest.
Wait, what's nature? Is nature intelligence?
It is
Yeah.
intelligence.
All right, hold on. I got to re-roll. A 6. Okay. What was the high roll? It was a 16.
16.
Okay. Tenoch, as Rhunar asked that question, you look up ahead and you can definitely see that there's a main channel. The flow of the river is stronger from the left direction, and the right tributary that flows in is a little bit smaller and doesn't seem to be flowing as fast. There's not as much debris being carried by it. There's more kind of debris floating by on the main big channel to the left.
Maybe we should try the
Tributary.
tributary. Might be some resting place or something.
Do we remember where the well, no, it disappeared into the river, didn't it? The tracks did.
That if we go right here, it'll take us farther into the interior of the island. That's for sure.
Let's
Where
do
we
it.
should go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
He guides you in that direction. You continue to paddle. At this point, Rhunar and Theo, you're getting tired from the paddling. You also notice as you get into this narrower channel, there's a swarm of insects that descend onto your general vicinity, and start buzzing about.
Now we could really go for that insect cream.
I'm going to light a torch. And
Okay.
I'm going to wave it around and attack the insects with it.
Okay, that sounds good. You crack open a torch, fire it up, and start sort of trying to essentially smoke them out, kind of thing. Yep, or burn them out. There's a lot of insects as you get farther and farther into this narrow channel, but it does seem to help a little bit in terms of keeping them off of you. So that's great.
I'll just drop sickening radiance on
That's what I was. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Take care of the bugs.
I'm gonna don my helmet to try to give myself a little more bug protection.
Okay, so you put on the fish head helmet. Yep. Oh, looks
I'm
pretty
used
good,
to
mate.
bugs.
That's a nice
I'm
helmet.
used to
Where'd you get that?
Found it.
All right.
And
Another
why do I
swamp.
feel like you're interrogating us?
Yeah, I'm just making conversation. Yeah, you haven't asked me a damn thing. I just figure I gotta.
Oh, Danbury, let me tell you about our adventures.
All right, mate. Love to hear about it. Love a good story.
I'll scoot closer to him and I'll start telling him about Fight Club, and then if we have time, I'll start going into the Sawajin lair, and Irin ripping the door off of the Sawajin lair and throwing it like 30 feet. And then if I still have more time, I'll tell him about going to hell
Whoa,
and
mate.
fighting the devil.
You've seen a bit of action.
Oh man, you don't even know. And then I'll tell him about the vampire in Saltmarsh.
Tenoch has not heard any of this and is just in the front going, "What the fuck?
Who are these
There's
people?
There's a vampire.
Well then,
I'll offer to tag in one of the rowers.
We'll take that tag in because
All right,
I'm not
I'll
doing
take
it.
over.
Well, all right. I guess I'll help you out too. Then Danvarius slides in, and one of you guys can take the bow. Whoever wants to, Theo or Rhunar.
What's that?
Captain, do you want to take the prow?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
I'll take the bow.
All right. So Rhunar is in the bow.
Be looking back with the back.
Yep. All right. Let's get athletics rolls for Tenoch and Danvarius. And Rhunar, a perception roll for you.
All right.
18.
Nice. Really nice.
20.
Ooh, very good.
Make her bad. In the meantime, I just read Prestidigitation. It says I can make smells. Oh
Now
god,
we're going in the
natural
opposite
one.
direction.
Natural one on the paddling.
He's pretending to paddle.
Yeah, he's kind of like half dipping the paddle in the water.
It's a good thing Tenoch. I mean, he's probably like trying to paddle, but can't keep up with Tenoch's pure muscle.
Yeah, he just kind of looks over. He's like, oh, all right, mate. All right, slow down. You're gonna burn yourself out.
I can do this all day.
Between the two of you, though,
It never gets old.
between the two of you, you are able to maintain a course. But yeah, it appears as though Danvarius is struggling a little bit to keep up with the pace at first. And Rhunar, you do a pretty good job of pointing out obstacles, rocks, and debris that's floating down the river towards you, and you're able to steer them out of steer the small dinghy out of harm's way for the most part. You do also notice, as you're sort of keeping watch, Tenoch, you also get a ping from the hawk that there are storm clouds that are rolling in, which you figure at this point is sort of a regular occurrence in the afternoons. This is what you've heard from people locally, the monsoon season. So there are some storm clouds that seem to be rolling in on the island.
We might want to.
Time is it? Is it getting late?
We might want to find a place to
late afternoon.
hole up a bit, maybe. Have you ever been out in a rainstorm?
It's fucking terrible.
Well, yeah, I mean, the water's going to be coming down heavy, filling the boat. It's not a good idea. Plus, the current gets pretty strong. Mate, it might be good to, keep a lookout for a spot to make camp for the night. It's getting, I don't know what time it is, but it's getting late. And in the
All right.
distance, you hear rumbling thunder in the distance.
Yeah, I'll have my hawk. Maybe I'll communicate to see if he can find us a little higher elevation mangrove or hillock or whatever.
All right, let's do a perception check for the hawk with advantage because it's a hawk.
14.
It takes some time. Your hawk flies away out of the 100-foot distance, definitely, and is gone for half an hour, 40 minutes, and comes back and gives you an update that there is a small hill that happens to have what looks to be an old camp on it. The hawk believes that it saw a fire ring, a broken fire ring.
What direction?
Further along on the path that you're on this tributary, and then it branches again, and it goes north or southeast, and it's on the southeast tributary arm.
Okay. I'll relay that. Further down, a southerly branch, there appears to be an old campsite.
Sounds pretty good. If it's good for the locals, it's good for us, right?
Let's do it.
The locals are like shark people.
They're shark people?
No. This is the bayou, different than that place where Stephen King and H.P. Lovecraft write about.
Well, alligator people.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here it's the what's
The deep ones?
Those would be up
That'd
there.
be Lovecraft.
In New England. New
Yeah.
England. That's what I was thinking.
In England.
Still here in old England.
All right. So you guys identify a spot, a destination, a place that you
The
want to
Ruga.
make it to, right? And Rhunar, you are guiding the front end of the small rowboat, following as best as you can the instructions that Tenoch provided through the eyes of his hawk. There's a bit of, telephone going, but you know the general direction. And as you start to, you make your way, you can hear behind you, rolling in from the direction from which you've came, this storm cloud, this front that seems to be gathering. And you can hear thunder in the distance.
I say we redouble our efforts.
Yeah, let's go quicker.
Tenoch and Dan Various are going to go ahead and roll a athletics check. And actually, let's see.
Is there a way we can assist?
Not really. Unless you want to, hang over the side and kick.
Well, I do got my helmet on.
Not
That's
bad.
right.
Not
There
bad.
we go.
Yep,
That's better.
you guys redouble your efforts and you start paddling as you just feel the first droplets of rain start to fall on your faces and on your arms. And Rhunar, you look up and you can see that there's the dark front of clouds is passing over the top of your location, and you can hear just the thunder erupt above you. And rain starts to pitter patter on you, and in the stream in front of you, you can see the poof poof, the little splashes and the ripples of the raindrops hitting the water surface.
Should we just make it to land and just camp now? We could use the boat for shelter.
No, we're not gonna.
Let's get to the
Let's just
campsite is apparently on a hill, which is about to be very important.
Okay. Oh man, I hate it here. I hate it a lot.
The bugs are, at least with the rain starting to fall, the bugs have subsided a little bit, so that's good.
A little less.
Yep, but the light has started to dim a little bit. And as you're paddling, Tenoch, roll a d20 for me.
Do. 5.
You and Dan Various have redoubled your efforts. You're paddling, you're sweating. Both of you are working really hard, making good progress. And all of a sudden, Dan Various stops paddling. He says, "What's this then?" And he's like shaking the paddle back and forth, trying to move the paddle. It almost looks as though the paddle's stuck. And suddenly, this large, viney, almost like a tentacle, reaches up and wraps itself around his arm as he's paddling. He looks at you, he's like, "Oh shit! Oh shit!" And he starts to get pulled from the boat, and
I will.
along with the oar.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I'll reach.
Let's
roll
have
initiative.
everybody roll initiative.
Oh, sure.
Oh, moly.
Dang, I was
Holy
going to cut his
moly.
hand off.
Do we
Let
have
me
a
get
map
the,
for this?
Yep, I got a
No.
map for that.
Nice.
So the rain is now falling. You guys are in this little, let's see if I can get, there we go. By the way, this little rowboat is part of the ultimate naval map pack that you could possibly win tonight if you enter the code word CZRPG into the chat.
Nice. Nice.
Can
can't-
I get
I
some
can't see
global
anything.
illumination?
Yeah.
I see it on the stream, but I don't see it for us.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
We'll put on daylight mode, see if that helps.
Hey, yo. There
Yeah,
it is.
That was fine.
All right. Let's see here.
Really, we're not marked up for dark vision again.
I don't have dark vision, sadly.
Dark vision, you say?
You're
What is
getting
this?
the eyes of something else installed. Also, why don't cats have dark vision? That's gonna weird me out. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like-
Wow. Some serious initiative going on here.
Mm-hmm.
To make
All
up for
right.
all those combats we've had with bad initiative.
That's true. All right. So let's see. Let's get Dan Various in here as well.
And you have to pull in Byron because he has advantage.
What did
Oh,
Byron
it
get?
automatically counted.
And it did.
25.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Wait a minute. It's a.
All right.
Man.
A shambling mound.
You guys
Shh,
say things
shh.
out loud.
We don't know that. Oh,
You don't know that. Shh. All right. So Dan Various starts to get pulled in. He is going to make a strength saving throw, which he is not very good at. But that's not bad.
hey, oh. Nice.
Let's see. Yeah, he pulls out of it and he keeps paddling. He's like, "We got a problem, mates." And Byron, you are at the top of the initiative.
All right, I am going to just take a step forward, pull my dagger, and just try and slash the vine that's grabbing him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Oh, he's still grappled.
He's not grappled. He kind of pulled out of it, but the vines, these tendril vines, are still wrapped around the oar, the paddle,
Oh, sure.
and pulling on it.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I got
that
a nat 1.
that misses. The pull of the tendril kind of shifts the boat a little bit, and you kind of your weight shifts, and you kind of slip and fall a little bit and totally miss it.
I stayed on the boat. That's all that matters.
That's true.
I'm gonna look up at Tenoch and with fear, and be like, "Do something."
Tenoch, it's your turn. You do have the oar in your hands right now, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna smash it with the oar, since I am proficient in improvised weapons.
Yeah, that's key.
Yes, you are.
Very nice.
I'm just gonna roll it as an unarmed strike. I don't know what you want to do for damage, but
We'll do 1d6 damage if it hits, which it does not.
yeah, does not. I feel like Byron's strike or miss with his miss, like he kind of rocks the boat a bit, which throws off my attack.
Absolutely. Anything else that you want to do?
No.
Okay. All right,
Stay
that
on
brings
this
us
side of the
to exactly. This brings us to Rhunar.
All right, I'm going to pull my sword and start chopping at the vine that's trying to grab Danvarius.
Wow, no, that misses.
Jeez.
Again, the boat is rocking, and you haven't done a lot of combat in a small rowboat like this, and you're trying to get your stable, you're trying to get your stability going. Shit.
All right, I'll use my extra attack.
That one does
And
hit,
then-
however.
And I will expend an superiority dice to attempt to make him drop the arm.
Okay.
So a disarming attack, I can force something to drop it, like something they're holding.
So add a superiority die to the damage first of all,
Okay.
and then what's the
8.
Wow, very nice. What is the
Nice.
DC for the saving throw? Do you have that written down on
16.
your? Okay. So
16.
Strength save. It drops the ore. You smack it and it drops the ore. And Danvarius is like, "Oh shit!" That was awesome.
I thought it was going to drop Danvarius.
It
Look,
didn't have
Danvarius
it
wasn't
didn't
worth
have
it.
Danvarius. Danvarius was able to sneak out of it at the last
Okay.
second, but it
Oh,
does
okay,
drop
I
the ore.
misunderstood.
Yep, it
Okay.
drops the ore.
All right, that was
Anything
my
else?
extra attack, so I'm done.
Okay, Theo.
Oh boy, Theo is going to unlimber the sword from its back, kind of bring it up hilt first with the pommel towards him, kind of reach out towards this. Can we see that it's a viney creature beneath the water, or is it just
Yes.
a set of vines?
Yes, as you look down, it is a mass of vegetative matter that is connected and disconnected and floating, but somehow together in some sort of a form, and it is reaching out and trying to grab the small boat.
Well, Theo definitely reaches out with a hand, and as he does, a glowing circle of electric blue runes, a la almost Doctor Strange, just encircle his hand for a second, and then wink out as he closes his fist, and then a similar ring flashes around the mound for a moment. That is my bonus action casting Hex.
Okay.
Because screw
Nice.
you, Mound. And then just presents the sword crucifix style almost towards the shambling Mounder, whatever it is, the vine monster. Shit. And just 2 blasts of Eldritch energy. Perhaps even Eldritch Blast will arc
Right.
towards it.
I like it.
Energy of the Eldritch Persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that 11 hits.
No, it doesn't.
Ouch.
You
Okay,
shoot
another
the
one.
first blast into the water, and it just sort of dissipates as it hits the water.
There we go.
The
I'm
second
pretty sure
one
27 does.
hits it in a large mass of tentacle that comes up, viney tentacle grabbing, and it does total of 6
total
force
6.
damage.
Yep.
All right, 6 force damage. I love it.
And just 2 water plumes just go arcing up into the rain. Good special effects.
And then another vine kind of comes out and looks like it's going to come down on you as well. Danvarius, however, is standing there, and he gets control of the paddle, and he is going to try to hit it with the paddle, kind of like Tenoch did. He does not, however, have proficiency in improvised weapons, so it's just going to be a straight strength roll. A 10 misses as he attempts, but he does have multi-attack, so he's going to try again. Just a straight strength roll here. Wow. Yeah, he misses both times, just trying to bat it away. That brings us to the mound itself. It is going to reach up at... let's see. I'm going to roll to see who it goes after here. Goes after Dan Various again. It is going to attempt to grab him with the tendril.
Nice.
And misses with the first attack. Gets a second attack. The second tendril comes swinging down upon him. And also misses him twice. He dips out of the way. Byron.
All right. Byron's gonna lean forward. If he can reach any of these tentacles, if they're like grabbing the boat or anything like that, he's just gonna start slashing at the ones that are closest to him.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's possible,
I will say,
5 feet, right?
I will say that there are, yeah, because you're not quite in melee range of it from where you are specifically, but you can try to see if there's anything to hit. It's going to be at disadvantage, we'll say, because there are tentacles that are reaching. It does have a reach to its attack.
Hey, yo.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that'll definitely hit. That will definitely hit.
For 23 damage.
Nice.
Wow. Really nice.
Rogue.
Yeah.
I will cut him like I am doing surgery.
You surgically remove a giant tendril that just falls in the water and floats down the river behind you.
I'll glance over at Dan Various and I'll smile and say, amputation is my specialty.
All right, mate. Good to know. Tenoch.
I am going to reach. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of take the oar in one hand and reach out towards the creature and make a sign with my hand and cast Ray of Frost.
Nice.
Just a cantrip.
Uh, 14 does not hit. Or it does hit, but doesn't quite. It just kind of dissipates on this weird, like, it's sort of got this layer of decayed and sort of dead matter, and it just kind of turns to hoarfrost and just falls off, but doesn't seem to do any damage.
Okay. So it didn't hit.
It didn't do damage, we'll say. It did not beat the armor class or match the armor class.
Yeah.
Yep. Anything else from Tenoch?
Because there are some, there's some, if it hit but didn't do damage, that could be a different thing.
Yes,
Right.
it did. I'll tell you this: it did not beat the armor class to do damage.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's all I got.
All right,
for
back
this
to Rhunar.
situation.
Rhunar, save us.
Right, I'm gonna pull my other sword and start hacking at this thing.
Okay.
Bushwhacker Rhunar.
23. Oh, I
Yes.
didn't mean to roll that superiority dice. Sorry.
So just 8
So-
total.
8 slashing. Yep.
Okay. Nice.
offhand. 17.
Also hits for 8 more damage. You just hack at these tendrils, these vines that emerge from the waters, and hack them off. They fall into the water and float down the river behind you.
And my extra attack. 24.
Wow,
Ooh, 8
nice.
snapping every time.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's great. A lot of damage, hacking away at it. But each time you cleave off a tendril, a root, a vine, another one emerges from the water, coming over, trying to now grab the boat and swamp the boat. Anything
Try
else,
paddling away.
Rhunar?
That's all I got for now.
Okay. We're at Theo.
I don't have an oar. I just have this big fucking sword. Theo says as he sends 2 more Eldritch blasts at it. Survey says, does a 16 hit?
16 does hit.
That's 12 points on the first one.
Okay.
Nice.
A 26 definitely hits.
And 13 on the second.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay. Very nice. As you hit it with the second blast, you watch as it reaches out and grabs onto the bow of the ship with a giant tendril, as if it's going to try to grab and pull it under. Anything else from Theo?
It's gonna grab. That's all I've got.
Dan Various just sees what's happening, and he pulls a dagger from his side pocket, and he is
Side.
his holster, his side holster, and he is going to try to stab it. Advantage to me. All right, I like it. I'm gonna use that too. All right, but first, Dan
He's gonna need
Various.
it for Dan Various.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were doing that.
Yeah, so did I. Thanks for reminding us, Kyle. All right. By the way,
using the hell out of it.
if you cheer 100 bits or whatever it is, you can give advantage to any of the players or the DM. And Kyle, you are diabolical like I am, so thank you very much. Let's see, Dan Various is going to use his dagger. There we go. Uh, 14 is not going to hit, but he's going to swing again with it, stab again with it. There we go. 8 damage, 14 damage. Okay. This guy. It seems like the thing is starting to lose some of the most of the big pieces of vine that have been grabbing on have been hacked off and cleaved off. But at the end of his turn, it comes back to the mound, and the mound is going to, instead of grabbing at you guys, it is going to try to pull the boat down. So first, it's going to try to grapple the boat. I don't know how this works, but we'll figure it out. 13. Let's see. Somebody roll just a straight D20 for me. Let's do Tenoch, since you're paddling. Why don't you roll a straight D20? It grabs the front of the boat and starts to pull it down, and as it does, the boat starts to take on water, and it's getting more and more difficult. Rhunar, you look down and you can see the bow of the boat is now below the surface of the water, and another tendril comes out and tries to grab onto you, Rhunar, and pull you. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit. Oh,
All
actually,
right.
that does hit.
Okay. It is going to, oh man. It is going to pull you into the water. It can pull
Okay.
you up to well, it can pull you a long ways, but it's going to pull you 10 feet into the water. Everybody watches as Rhunar is pulled off the bow into the water. I didn't even use my advantage. I should have. Byron.
All right.
Rhunar splashing in the water, and he's got a tendril wrapped around him.
I saw he had his helmet on, right?
He does have his helmet on.
I'm not really worried about Rhunar. He's kind of a beast. I'm more worried about the boat, so I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, kind of squeeze by everybody to the front of the boat. And I'm going to just take my dagger in both hands and just try to chop this stupid tendril in half.
Okay. Roll to attack, my friend.
Do I keep the advantage I got last week from biddies?
Oh.
That's a great
I don't
question.
see why you-
We
I
never
don't see why you
we never really specified, but go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and use it up.
All right.
I mean, they spent it. Should last,
It would-
right?
Give them some money. Their money's worth. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
A 2 and a 3?
You stab down at it, but you miss and you hit the
Hang on.
gunnel.
I'm gonna give him a 16.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like it.
How does that work?
My portent ability,
Oh,
divination,
you
wisdom,
You can give it to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure they can, actually.
Divination
Yeah,
wizards
you don't
are
know.
Kind of terrifying.
Pretty sure I read
Yeah,
that.
you can replace any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check made by you or a creature that you can see
You
with
can.
it with one
You
of
can
these
do it.
combined rolls.
Yeah.
16,
yeah.
a 16 does hit.
For
Nicely
18
done.
damage.
18? Okay. Nice. All right. Anything else, Byron?
No.
All right. Tenoch.
But did he sever it?
Roll percentile for me.
Is it a D100?
It is. No, he did not.
18%.
It's still pulling the front of the boat down. The boat is still taking on water.
Yeah. I am going to have to go a little bit old school, I guess, as they say. I
They do
say
that.
in my language, I say the equivalent of enough, and I am going to kind of. I don't want to drop the oar into the water, but I'll drop the oar into the boat. I'm going to jump onto this creature in the water.
Oh.
And while I jump, I'm going to use my mid movement, as you will. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Shadow Blade
Ooh.
at the third, at 4th level.
Okay.
And I will attack it with my massive spectral tiger's claw.
Ooh, I like it.
So I said 4th level, which is... No, it's still only that one. Oh, it's this one. There we go.
Ooh, yeah.
That definitely hits. And it's psychic damage?
Yeah,
Twin
man.
psychic damage.
Wow. All right, so here's what happens, Tenoch. You jump out of the boat, you land on top of this this floating mass of vegetation that somehow is sentient and has attacked your boat. pulling the bow down so that water is filling into the hull, and your friend Rhunar has been pulled out. You jump out and you spike down with your shadow blade, and as you do, you feel a distinct give from the pressure that you push down onto it, and the mound starts to just almost like not disintegrate, but starts to fall apart. Pieces start to drift away from each other, and it starts to get pulled and washed away. And you see your friend Rhunar kind of bob back up to the surface of the water, and he starts to kind of float by as well. And Danvarius reaches down and grabs him. And you also are now in the water, Tenoch. What do you do? You have movement still.
Yeah, I'll, I guess, swim up to the boat, however far that happens to be.
It's 5 feet, 7 feet, easily enough.
Yeah.
You're able to get back in the boat. Byron, as you're in the bow of the boat, the front of the boat kind of comes back up, but it's still low in the water. And there's definitely, the water in the bow is sort of holding it down. And Danvarius is like, "Stop bailing then."
You all row, we will bilge.
Let's do a quick group survival check. This will be a group check.
I got to be a 17.
Nice.
Hey, I got a 17.
Nice.
I got a 14.
Yeah, you guys are able to get a bunch of the water out. The boat is stabilized. Rhunar, you get pulled back into the boat as well as Tenoch. You make it back in as well, and you kind of Tenoch. I don't know if you get back on the oar or not, but Danvarius is now paddling as hard as he can and breathing heavy. And we've got to get to land. I'm running out of steam, boys.
How far to that campsite?
It's right there.
Right there?
You guys paddle on, and you are able to make it to the campsite. The rain is falling down. You didn't sustain any immediate wounds or anything, but you certainly had a bit of a scare, almost losing the boat, actually. If it had held down the boat much longer, you would have probably lost the small rowboat, and that would have been a bit of a challenge for the rest of the expedition. But you do eventually make it to landfall, and there is indeed a small raised area. I'm gonna get you guys up here. There's a campsite there. Let me bring over the map again, and we'll go like this. You beach the craft, and you have found yourself a campsite. It is raining heavily right now.
No, Byron had the right idea, so I think we're going to grab the boat and actually haul it up into the campsite to use as shelter.
Yep.
And I turn it as a lean-to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of lean to.
That makes a lot of sense. And then you kind of huddle underneath it.
I think between that and the two-person tent, we could probably actually make kind of a lean-to with actual full covering.
Okay.
And then through the power of dark sorcery, Theo can dry the ground underneath it.
Nice.
I like it.
It takes a while.
Who's in charge of setting up this lean-to? Let's get a survival roll.
I
could take a stab at it.
Okay.
Yeah, you and Tenoch can kind of spearhead it if you guys each want to roll, or one of you wants to roll with advantage. That's up to you guys.
Let's each roll.
Yeah, both of you roll.
Yeah.
Let's see who's better. It's the captain.
Yeah, between the two of you, you're able to get it positioned correctly so it blocks some of the rain. You tie out the tarp with some of the ropes that you have so it extends from the hull, which provides some wind protection, out to some sticks, maybe even the paddles that you use to sort of prop up the corners of the tarp to provide you with a bit of a slanted barrier from the rain. Danvarius, meanwhile, is he pulls out a small little bundle from his pack, and he places it in the fire pit, and he starts gathering some wood. Much of it is wet, but he places it on there, and as you watch, he lights this small bundle, and it blazes up really heavily, big flame, and it kind of settles down. You can see even a bunch of the wet wood is burning, but it's a small fire, and he kind of looks over his shoulder at you, and he says, "I don't think the wood's going to last all night, fellas. There's not much here. It's been picked over pretty good."
We can burn the boat, can't we?
No, we are not burning the boat.
wait, yeah, we need
It's shelter
that.
or fuel or vehicle, not all three. Pick two.
I have some alchemist fire. Would that burn for a while?
Hey, blow the place up, mate.
Well, I mean, what if we just did like a drop at a time?
Well,
That doesn't work the way you think it works.
Oh,
big fire real quick, short-lived.
okay. Let me just see. I might have something for this.
You know, it's dry in here and it's really warm, so we really just need the fire to cook dinner.
Yeah.
I could drop.
We don't need it for
drop a
warmth.
fuzzy ball, and then we could harvest the creature.
Cuddle
We got
time.
ration.
How long
We have
does
ration
a
saved.
Oh, I thought you were
stomach
gonna-
animal live?
I thought you were gonna cuddle with the murder bird.
I don't want to have to eat a baboon.
Well,
We probably
what if
have
it
to
hunts
roll.
you through the night?
Well, more importantly, you cook the baboon, you eat the baboon. At the end of however long, it disappears, and you're now hungry again.
It could help
You're
us.
hungrier than you
It
were
could-
before.
The animal could help us on guard, like watch. Right?
Right now, you guys are all sitting on the ground underneath this makeshift tarp contraption that is built up against the hull of the boat that you pulled up, and there's little spots where water's dripping down, and it's just wet and
It's
miserable.
miserable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not great.
I've camped in this before. Yeah, nothing makes it good.
Yeah, it sucks.
Well, maybe if we get lucky, the rain will stop sometime in the night. That'd be good.
Jinxed it, Danbarius.
It's
Dang.
monsoon season.
It happens.
Oh,
Roll a d20. Byron, roll a d20 for me.
That was a D10 on accident.
That was a d10.
Well, re-roll because that was horrible.
Oh, that was
Ow!
that was
That's not
slightly
much
better.
better.
That's slightly better.
That was
All right.
significantly better.
Byron, you look
I might
out
go-
and you're like, I don't think it's gonna stop raining.
Oh, it's gonna be like this for a while, Danbarius.
I might go see if I can collect some of these big leaves.
Mm.
If
Where
this-
about-
if
where do you
this-
wanna
if
go?
If this map is any indication
Yeah,
of
palm-
the terrain.
It is. That's what it's
Yeah.
for. It is definitely an
Yeah.
indication. Do you want to
Yeah, I might-
you want to do a little exploration of the area?
Yeah, I mean, I'd just go up here to this one, maybe.
I did
It's
see
not-
this
not
episode, Man
smart.
versus Nature. You want to get those to make the shelter.
All right, roll. You're gonna do some. Are you gonna investigate the area, or are you just kind of scanning and looking for something?
Yeah, well, I guess I would look to see what. I'll investigate the area.
All right, roll an investigation check. The difference is like, as you know, investigation is
Yeah.
more intensive. It takes longer.
Yeah.
Perception is just kind of looking around to see what you can gather real quick. That's pretty good. A couple of things. You find a couple of pieces of wood that are relatively dry, that are tucked up underneath this mangrove / palm tree. There are some low branches that you can some of the shaggy bark that you can pull off as well that you think would burn as fuel. As you walk about this raised area, you also see that there are some mushrooms growing here and here, and then down along this log down here, which is a very wet area. As you come off of this area, there's these reeds. There's like cattails in this channel. But that's what you see from your investigation of the immediate area.
Yeah, there are mushrooms there. I can see them on the map. Nice. And these are like palm type trees with big frondy branches.
Yep, and there's a bunch
Yeah,
of
you
like
know-
shaggy, dead, sort of like brown bark, not bark, but sort of like that. I don't know what it's called. You know what I'm talking about, though. They have like it's not moss. It's actually the outer epidermis of the palm tree
Right.
bark, I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'll probably grab up some of that, maybe a piece of that wood, bring it over, and then take a length of rope that I have and kind of climb up this palm tree.
Okay. For what purpose? What are you gonna do when you're up there?
We get at some of those big ass leaves.
You're gonna take some of the big leaves. Got it. Yeah, you
see-
can climb up there. Roll a quick athletics check for me.
Yeah, maybe there's like maybe
They
there's a
are
coconut.
big
I guess-
leaves. They're really
I don't
big
know
leaves.
if I don't know if it's a coconut palm.
It'd be a sleeping bag for Tenoch.
Right.
You scramble up, and the leaves are huge. They're big, green, leafy. There's like a waxy sort of epidermis on the leaf. The water seems to be sort of dripping off of the leaves and just falling below it. You get the sense that they would form a pretty good canopy.
Yeah, I'll maybe take a couple.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to hack them off, no problem. There's, let's see, there are, within reach, without too much trouble, there's two large.
Sure.
They're probably like 6 feet in length.
I don't have a big reach, so
Yeah.
that works. Yeah, I'll take two.
Okay. Yeah, and you scramble back down, and you've got two big, wide, waxy green leaves.
And I kind of maybe bolster some of the leaky areas.
Absolutely, it does. You know where to put them. You patch them in, and it gets some of the drips. One of the drips that's falling down and dropping right on Theo's forehead. You cover it up, and it stops.
Tenoch, I literally owe you anything you need. You're a good man.
You're welcome.
Well, this is miserable, but not.
Sucks.
It's raining.
What, this is the first time you've been stuck on a tropical
Nah.
island while the wet storms come in?
Nah, I always just kind of block it out of my mind, though, and forget about it,
Oh, I was talking about the doctor.
Hey,
Wait,
you
what
must
would you like
specify.
to do?
Well, this is the first time you've been stuck on a tropical island in the middle of a monsoon?
No, but it always sucks. It's just not. I hate it.
Oh, no one likes it, except maybe the captain.
I love it.
Hungry.
I envision Rhunar saying that with the helmet on. Just, I love it.
I'm having a blast. What
Rhunar,
about
you
you
look
guys?
like a fish right now.
That's the helmet.
It's working for you.
I'm smoking a pipe now.
So we have to assume all the
hotboxing
things will come
it.
out of...
Oh, Jesus.
Anywho, okay. So,
Wet and miserable.
Yeah, Dan Various, he gets a pipe going as well. He's like, there's nothing to bring back a little bit of morale as a good smoke, hey?
I have an idea.
you're not wrong. Also, it keeps the insects away. Theo says,
Right.
lighting his.
We could fish. We could go fishing right now. This would be an epic time to go fishing.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Maybe wait till daylight.
More of those viney creatures floating around out there. Just be careful.
Let's
we
all
could
just
catch one.
stay here right now, maybe.
Okay.
And then we want to make sure we keep watches tonight. And then we'll see what the morning looks like.
Who's gonna go? I'll cover first watch.
I'll take watch.
Well,
If
we're
we
all
can
going to
help
take
out.
watch, Captain.
All right.
Wait, all of us? Who's
Yeah.
gonna sleep then?
Don't let this guy go first.
No, you go
No,
and
no.
Let him
you go
last
and
I
because
got
I
this.
fall asleep.
Piece of cake.
Alright.
I'll
Given
cover
the
watch.
length of the night and there's nothing to do, we probably start watches at like 8 o'clock at night, so we can do 2 people a watch.
I have a strict no Byron first watch policy
Tenoch
that I
Then I
haven't
will
told you
take the
guys
first watch.
about. Because
doesn't know about that yet, but he's
because
pretty sure
Byron
that's a
falls
safe bet.
asleep
He
and then
understands
doesn't
already.
wake anybody up.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah,
And
that's right.
everybody sleeps through the whole night. and there's
Captain,
no
would you like
watch.
to take watch
Does
with me
happen.
first, and then we will have Tenoch and
That's never happened.
Byron?
What are you talking?
take watch?
Sure.
All right, I'll cover last watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you take
Deal.
the last one, Byron. Sorry.
You will share the watch with Tenoch. There will be two
No, I
people on watch at
I
any
got it.
time.
Don't worry about it. Tenoch.
I think we have enough people to go two at a time, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and once it gets dark, what the hell are we going to do?
We
It's true. So you guys,
Darius.
you guys have some food. You know, it's still not great. Tenoch's adjustments and modifications to the lean-to have made a big difference, but the rain continues on, and there's really, as Theo indicates, there's not a whole lot that you can do at this point other than try to stay dry. You know, maybe dump the water out of your boots and try to keep your feet from getting fungal infections and all that good stuff. But
I forgot
go ahead.
I had that ability.
Did you want to use it?
Well, I mean, we have.
Good.
Would that tell me if those are good to eat mushrooms?
You can find food and fresh water. So you basically what you want to do is forage, or do you want to specifically forage those mushrooms that you found?
Well, I mean, they're right there. I don't necessarily need to forage
Okay.
at this point, but
sure.
But since there are mushrooms right there,
Yeah, roll a nature check for me.
yeah, 19.
The mushrooms on the upper left corner of this map. Let me see if I can figure out which window I have that on. Here we go. I've got so many windows open right here. These mushrooms, they're kind of
Yep.
they're very small. They're bluish mushrooms. Those you have seen before, and they are edible. They are edible in the sense of sustenance wise, but not there's no like psychoactive ingredients or anything to them, so they could be eaten. These mushrooms over here, these red and white mushrooms, you are unfamiliar with.
Okay.
However, because of that nature roll, they do have some characteristics of mushrooms you're familiar with that can possibly be deadly and are oftentimes psychotropic. So they're a little bit. It's a wild card, but they have characteristics of mushrooms you've seen before that are not food mushrooms.
I'm gonna take maybe the the package that the rations I ate for the day came in, and kind of carefully harvest those mushrooms. These ones.
Okay, sure. Easy enough to do.
then-
You harvest those mushrooms.
And then also get some of these ones up the safe ones as a midnight snack. Cook them up.
Yep, easy enough to do. The fire's still going. Dan Various has done a good job of keeping that going. And you're able to cook those mushrooms, add them to the food, you share them. There's enough to share with everybody if you want to. Dan Various will definitely have some if you offer.
Definitely
And-
don't slip him the poisonous ones.
I have written down a portion of possibly questionable mushrooms
That's
in my
perfect.
inventory.
That's very perfect. So is there anything else that you guys want to accomplish in this rainy, dreary, miserable situation before you start taking watches?
Check my email.
Byron will ask.
You don't have
Tenoch-
reception.
No
Maybe
set
like-
signal.
Do you want to set some traps or something for our for defensive purposes? Maybe along the water or the tree line.
Let me see.
You did that weird, fanciful magic snare earlier.
Yeah, does any who has some more rope?
I got some rope.
I mean, I don't know anything about that. I'm sorry.
I got a lot of rope. Well,
So I will use the snare spell, Dave.
Okay.
Which is this. And how much rope can you so the spell is going to consume 25 feet of rope, say, per use, and I could do it a number of times if we want.
Consumes it.
Yeah.
Okay. How much? I have the amount of rope that comes with the
50
Explorer's
feet.
pack.
Which
Okay,
is 50
so
feet.
it
We could do
takes up half
2.
my rope.
Yeah, I have 25 feet.
Okay. I'll do 2. And maybe I'll do one. Dave, could you put could we have the boat where it would be, or is this where it would be? Just so I
Yeah.
know where I don't know how detailed we need to get with this, but that way, just so I know kind of where.
I would say probably the boat would be like right there,
Okay.
kind of right on the edge, flipped over, of course. I don't have a flipped up over version of it, but
Christian,
it would be
get on
it'd be
that.
right there, and you guys would be kind of tucked up underneath it. Yep. Around the fire pit.
I will do maybe one here and here.
Okay. So those are traps you're setting up.
Yep.
Roll a survival check to see how well you set
Oh no,
them.
it's a spell. It's a spell.
Oh, right. Well, so are they invisible?
When you finish casting, the rope disappears and the circle becomes a magical trap. The trap is nearly invisible,
Got it.
requiring an investigation roll, which would have a DC of 15 to determine.
Okay.
It triggers against a small, medium, or large creature.
All right.
Such a rad spell.
That is really a good
It's
one.
a cool one.
All right. So you set some traps. You cook some mushrooms. You get a meal in, and you set about your first watch. And who's on the first watch on this one?
Me and I think it was Rhunar.
Yeah, I'll take the first one.
All right.
No,
Byron and Byron.
Take a rest, Byron.
Danvarius falls asleep immediately, snoring away, full on his rations, some mushrooms, and just tired from paddling.
If he falls asleep that quickly and Byron is still awake, Byron's gonna search his pockets.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check. Nice.
19.
He doesn't have much in his pockets. He does have a dagger on his belt. He has a coin purse that you can feel the coins in it. It's modest. It's not a huge coin purse. And he has his pack. I don't know if you rifle through his pack, but he's kind of propped up against. He's using it as like a pillow, and like he's leaning up against his pack. But in terms of like around his waist and in his pockets, you find a dagger in a holster and a small or modest coin purse.
You know what? I'll switch his dagger with my dagger.
Okay.
Why?
Why
Okay.
not? See if he notices.
All right.
Wild card.
That's all I got, though.
Okay.
I'm not going to go through his pack because I don't want to accidentally wake him up and have him slip out.
And have to kill him.
Yeah, you don't want to kill your guide on the first day in the bush.
My specialty.
Maybe you don't.
Well, maybe not. Maybe you do. I don't know. You guys are quite different from most adventurers. I will say that. All right. So during the first watch, Theo and Rhunar, interestingly enough, the storm subsides. The rain starts to stop, and you hear some of the night birds calling, and you can hear the crackle of the fire, the fuel that Tenoch was able to gather burns nicely, along with whatever that little bundle was that Dan Various threw in there. It's still burning, so you're not exactly sure what it is, but it certainly doesn't seem like a natural fuel.
Magic as fuck.
As
Probably
you're
just
sitting there,
pitch.
are you guys are keeping a watch? Go ahead and roll perception checks for me.
Okay.
And
12.
Theo, you hear it. Rhunar, you don't, but you hear a twig snap to the south, and you hear some grumbling. Almost at first, you're not sure if it's a voice or not. You listen a little bit longer, and you hear, and then you hear another branch snap.
Theo just kind of jabs Rhunar in the ribs, unlimbers the sword, and starts kind of leaning out from where they are and gazing into the night at the ready.
Okay. Rhunar, do you do anything as Theo?
I just moved down a little bit and kind of like start looking around into the darkness.
You look into the darkness, and it's very, very dark. There isn't much light. There's still clouds that are in the sky blocking the moonlight and the stars. But you distinctly now, as you're looking out to the south, you hear kind of slushy, sloggy footprints in mud. And then you hear a
Do you want to signal that or not, Captain?
That's something. All right, we should wake them up.
Okay, and I will go wake up Byron and Tenoch.
Okay.
Byron.
You're gonna let Dan Various sleep?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not waking him up yet.
Okay.
All right.
There's something in the swamp. It's making talking noises.
Okay. You guys just leave it alone, and I'm gonna go back to sleep.
God damn it, Byron.
Byron goes back to sleep. Tenoch, you've been woken up. Go ahead.
Can
No,
you see it?
It has not come
No.
close enough to be seen yet.
Is there any way we can dim the fire?
We can
Or we
kick
can
it
put
over.
it out.
Just cover it for a few seconds.
Theo just kind of kicks it off so that the flames die down.
Sure, you kick the fuel off a little bit, and the flames simmer down a little bit. It grows darker. And as you do that, you hear a... That's disappointing. And you look out just across the reeds, and you see this large creature lumbering down what appears to be a cut in the jungle, just past the reeds. And he's got sort of this appearance of a large toad-like creature, and it's hard to see him in the darkness, but he kind of lumbers up and he says, "Travelers here, could I rest my weary bones at your fire?"
How big is it?
Large. Large-sized in the parlance of D&D.
That depends. Are you going to try and eat us?
Depends. Are you tasty?
No, not that I know of.
Yeah.
Is he holding weapons?
He looks at you as you say that, Tenoch, and you see this tongue kind of lick his lips. I'm just looking for warmth by the fire.
So he looks like a big frog dude?
Kind of. It's hard to tell from that distance. He's still about 20 feet away from you in the darkness, and you don't have dark vision.
I have dark vision. Does he just look like a big toad dude?
A little bit. A very, very large toad dude, I would say, in that sort of description. He seems to be sort of like just standing there waiting to see what you guys say. He's not continuing his approach or anything.
I am going to look to the captain.
I'm just going to turn to Theo and just be like, all right, let's let him come over.
Yeah, down the far side then.
Much obliged. And he starts to walk over, and now Tenoch, as he gets in view, you see that, yes, he is this large, resembles a toad, big eyes, green, scaly skin that covers the top of his head with some spiky-looking horns that come off his back. He definitely looks like a lizard or amphibian-like, but huge. I mean, he is large. He's a large creature, and he lumbers up, climbs up the side of this hill. I don't see many travelers out here. My name's Malakot. Pleasure to meet you.
Malakot or Malachi?
Malakot. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm gonna give Dan Various a little kick to the foot, like to wake him up a little bit.
Whoa! The hell? And you guys watch as Malakot lumbers up to the eastern side of the fire, and he just kind of drops down on his haunches, his feet kind of in his knees, sort of almost like he's doing a squat, and he rests his elbows on his knees, and he just kind of looks around at you and says, "Welcome to the Glades."
I'm just gonna kneel down and start stoking the fire up again.
You build the fire up, and you look at him. He looks at you, and you get the sense that he's happy to be near a fire. And I think we will end tonight's session at this juncture.
Because this could go all sorts of ways.
It could.
Now we have a really good guide. We can get rid of our shitty can't row guide.
Now we have to wait
our questionable
2 weeks
guide
to find out what happens.
Oh no.
That's right, because we're taking next week off. That's right. So in 2 weeks, we'll figure out what the heck happens with their late night visitor. Nicely done, guys.
Oh yeah.
God dang it!
Most importantly, you did not lose the boat. That's what I was most worried about.
Yeah,
Let you go there for a minute.
Sucked.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't lose the boat. All right.
Unfortunately, we lose our Australian guy.
Why? He's still there.
No, we get to have Dave do that accent for a whole nother session.
No.
Yep. Until you decide to turn on him, which it sounds
Welcome
like
to
you're gonna do.
Jumanji.
It's possible that he's a good person and we don't have a problem.
That's true. But
You guys
He could
have
be just
been known to
opportunistic.
jump to conclusions on people's motivations. I'll say that.
What?
Oh, there's been a lot of just guys who are just kind of doing their job, trying to make a buck, and they just got, they fell on your blade.
Kill them.
Yeah.
listen, William Cyrus Ray,
Yeah,
he was part of a demon cult. I don't feel bad about that.
Oof. Yeah, there might even be ramifications for that. You don't
I
know.
think he was in it for the sex cult part, but
It was kind of an eyes wide shut situation.
right.
I tried to get him to help us. I blame him for Erin's death. I have as much a vendetta against him as I do the devil.
Absolutely, absolutely. As it is in Dungeons and Dragons, there are
Specifically against that.
debts to be paid.
gonna
We
go-
have something that we're gonna pay out here in just a minute, guys. If you're still watching, please enter to win the ultimate naval map pack, which
Hell yeah.
I have a description of here. It's a great maritime themed supplement that will enhance your adventures in the high seas. An excellent addition to your Saltmarsh game. It's got maps of archipelagos, beaches, docks, sea maps that you can use for ship-to-ship combat, shipwreck encounters. There are boat tokens. In fact, the token that we've been using tonight, this rowboat here, is one of those tokens. So thank you, CZRPG. If you want to win this thing, all you have to do to enter is type in CZRPG into the chat. It's super easy to do. And we're going to go ahead and draw the winner here in just a couple of seconds. So please enter to win. And I think Vamp Wickman's in there to win. He likes to win. We know this about Vamp. He's a lucky guy. He likes to win. And that's great. We're in full support. But if anybody else wants to challenge him for the win tonight, we encourage that wholeheartedly. So go ahead and enter CZ here. I'll show you how it's done. So easy. CZ RPG.
2000. Type it.
Boom.
Do it.
All right. So you got just a couple seconds left. Who wants to do the countdown tonight?
I'll do it.
All right. Kirk, why don't you
10.
do the 5? Oh, you're going to go 10. All right, go 10.
9.
I like it. Yep.
8.
Yep.
7.
Yep. You can go a little bit faster.
6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.5. 1.5. All right, roll it.
All right, here we go.
All right, let's do this.
10,000K streams has won the giveaway. 10,000K streams.
That's a lot of streams.
That's
If
a lot
you're-
of streams.
Let us know
10
if you're
million.
here. Let us know if you're here, and we will make sure to get you the link to this awesome. Hey, there you are. To this awesome map pack. I will send you a link as a whisper, so keep an eye out in just a couple minutes for that. Thank you guys again for hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it. And geesh, yeah, we'll be here. We'll be back here for Beyond Saltmarsh in 2 weeks. Tomorrow, however, do not miss out on Midwinter Keening. Some serious business is about to happen, and we have a
Yes.
huge announcement tomorrow, right?
Big.
Huge
We have a
announcement.
huge. Even
I don't know what it is.
even the
This
players
big.
don't know. It's
What?
It's at
Oh, I
least
know
that
what it
big.
is.
It's at
You
least
know what it is? I don't know what
I
it
know
is.
what
it's
it
at
is.
least that big.
Somebody's dying. Somebody's
It's a
dying.
surprise.
I actually
It's a
have
surprise.
no idea what it is, but I'm gonna
Dad's
act like I
killing
do.
someone. He's killing someone.
Everybody
Look at
dies. TPK.
I see.
We'll see.
I see it in his
We'll see
eyes.
what happens. We shall see. But yeah, thanks a lot, everybody. We appreciate it. Oh, hold on a sec. Do we want to raid? Let's raid somebody.
Yeah, let's raid somebody.
Who's
Do it.
live right
Oh.
now?
Oathsworn?
Oathsworn.
Is
Arcadia.
what about Phoenix? Is Phoenix?
I don't think.
I know
Oh,
Pete.
Maybe it doesn't tell me any. Maybe it
Reduced
doesn't tell me
type
anymore.
raid.
I gotta figure out this bit stuff, man.
Yeah, you do need to figure it out. All right, who's live here? Oathsworn? Yeah, let's jump over to Oathsworn. So, folks, if you're hanging out with us tonight, we're gonna do a raid. We're gonna go over to Oathsworn and tell him hello from the Guild Superior. Let's see, how does this work? Oathsworn. Anybody know how this works? There we go.
I think you
Sworn.
raid them.
Yeah, RPG. Raid
Birds
Oathsworn.
out there, entire
Loki.
There we go. All right, come on, let's go, guys. Let's get a group of people going over there. We got 12
Yeah.
viewers.
Dude,
We're
should we have
going
a
in.
raid message?
16 viewers. Let's go. Let's go to Oathsworn. Here we go.
18 viewers.
We're raiding them. Booyah.
Booyah.